Why is it here?
Circle?
Hang on.
Oh, that was me predicting like where the sphere of influence is.
Oh, I see. Neat.
Oh, you're horribly wrong, but good show.
Yeah.
Probably,
Say,
yeah.
This doesn't even reach into Coalhaven. What are you talking about?
Shit.
Oh no, Eric!
Oh, hang on, I gotta mute myself on the stream. I don't want to hear my voice.
Oh, play it hard mode. Have it playing in the background.
Oh
Oh
god.
boy.
So you hear us twice.
Yeah.
Oh, all right. Hello, everyone. How you
Hi.
guys doing?
Hello.
Got
Crazy
this kind of
good.
ache. Kind of got this
Good,
ache in my
good.
back, kind of, and my foot.
God,
There's
like
this
better than
growth,
I've ever been.
Sort of this growth, and I think it has eyes, and it might be breathing.
That's
Like,
called
been
your
losing
sister.
weight.
And that's
Oh,
really
Exercise,
insulting.
got lots of energy.
Yeah. I think I can just lance it if I try.
You can't just lance your sister.
Pretty sure I can, and I will. I got this permanent marker, so I'll try it. I'll mute myself, though.
All right. Would anyone like to give us a recap from the last session for inspiration? Which only a shoe has at the moment.
I'll volunteer as tribute if no one else wants to.
I
I've
have
done-
an inspiration.
Yeah, I've done every other recap I've been a part of for like a week now, so go for it.
Assuming from the silence of everyone else that no one else wants to, so okay.
I want the inspiration, but I don't remember enough, so go.
I have the memory of a goldfish.
Oh,
All
Which
right,
only a shoe has
so
at the
when we last left off, Tyburn and Doma were still in their rooms, and Tyburn was more than a little freaked out about carving face into their arm and having it bleed out all over the place. They
Mood.
stuffed an armoire over their window and tried to haphazardly bandage themselves with bandages from Dolma's pack, and had a little accidental snoop at one of Dolma's things, indicating that Dolma may or may not be noble, high elf, bloodline, etc. I will not shush! After doing a very haphazard job trying to patch up Doma, which woke Doma up, they both resolved to finally tell people in the morning about the strange nonsense that had been going on. Unfortunately, this would not happen for them because a shrillish scream from the streets at 1 a.m. alerted everyone to something going horribly wrong. The first two people to arrive on the scene, Kaitana and Ori, found a bloodied and bruised, dying Tally in Spirit's arms. They patched him up, brought Tally over to the tavern, while other people arrived on the scene to investigate. Let's see. There was a brief discussion in the inn after everyone arrived back. Now, this is where it gets a little confusing. Everyone was talking about, like, Tally's not so secret, trying to make him feel better. And Criana, help me. You saw, like, Kaitana saw, like, the blood in their room, was
Yeah,
it?
so she was walking up with Spirit, because they arrived at the inn a little bit later after Tally, and I think it was Orit, Ashu, and Arthur were still there.
Yeah, they were
So-
upstairs.
So they were upstairs. Kaitana was taking Spirit upstairs to go check on Tally, and she was walking by Dolma and Tyburn's room, and the door was open, and she noticed that there was it looked like a fucking tornado with blood like had gone through. And so she was
normal.
she was like, "Hey, Spirit, you go on ahead. I don't have any filter, so I'm just gonna go snoop." She went in and took a look around.
Yes, Kaitana found the whole entirety of the blood, the armoire against the window, and 2 journals that indicated that there was another person named Fulma who no one seemed to remember. Unfortunately for Kaitana, Kaitana is not a very sneaky person and got caught by Dolma and Tyburn. And
We sure didn't get angry at you for snooping in our room in the slightest.
it's fine.
Yeah, I think it went okay.
Dolma been a little bit snippy.
It was more
Fine.
defensive in reaction to Kai being like, so when were you gonna tell us? Unless, hey, why the fuck were you in our room?
I mean, I don't think I appreciate that tone. For Kai. I think she was
Kai?
more. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just. She. Yeah. Okay. Fair enough.
Did you just call me your character's name?
No, I was calling. I'm Criana right now.
She was saying that she didn't appreciate your imitation of Kai.
Yeah, that
fair.
was. She wasn't
Regardless.
snippy, but she was matter of fact, I would say.
They met up with the people upstairs, and Dolma had to tell everyone that they have a apparent missing brother that may or may not be dead. Who knows? Weird stuff keeps happening, and everyone was like, well, that's really weird. Oh, that spirit's happening has had stuff happening too. That is similar. How weird. And then there was a bunch of talk of like trying to figure out who Spirit's dad was, trying to make illusions that looked like the dad, and making a tiny bust of him too, even writing down like memories of him and all this stuff. At some point we resolved all of that by saying we should really go and tell someone. I know, it's 3:00 in the morning. Let's go to the palace?
Yeah, this wasn't our brightest idea.
Yeah, it seemed like a smart idea at the time, but really, how you gonna? Yeah. How you gonna
No, we shouldn't have.
To be fair, in character we were freaking out quite a bit. So
I think out of character we were also freaking out quite a bit.
Yeah, we were.
So we were like, okay, 3 a.m., palace, it's fine. We got an inn, we got Arthur, who is related to a Kip. It'll be fine. We go over there, and we're like, hey, guard, get Kip for us. Which took a lot of convincing to even get him to try. Unfortunately for every single person, apparently Kip and Celine were not available, and we're off, I don't know, going on some grand adventure somewhere out in the world. I'm sure it has nothing to do with the gem or anything. Instead, we got a Sheem. Oh, joyous Sheem. And Sheem tried to politely at first go, either you talk to me about your problem, or get off my property. Unfortunately, we wanted to do neither of these things. And, Kai tried to book it. That didn't work. Dolma, thank goodness, did not punch Sheem in the face. Instead, just broke down crying, which seemed to soften up Sheem's bitch mean girl attitude.
Sorry, I hate Sheem. Oh, sorry,
I think we
it's funny
all
for
hate
me.
her.
It's funny.
Yeah,
Okay. I mean,
she's a good villain.
I don't wonder.
she's my Toby.
So we're like, Sheem was like, look, talk to me, we'll talk about this. So Dolma, Tyburn, Kaitana against her own will because she was paralyzed at this point.
Yeah, Kai got wheeled in.
Yeah, Kai got wheeled in. She didn't need to be wheeled in, FYI. Sheem just decided to only let her go after she was in the palace. Regardless, and also Ori went inside of the palace and told Sheem basically kind of what was happening. Sheem told us that she had heard legends in the past about something called a false hydra that lures its victims with song, eats them, and alters people's memories. So that way, no one ever knows that anything ever happened.
How do I get that job?
To be fair, it's not exactly. She said it's not that it lures them with song; it's that it uses song to hide in everyone's senses, like
Details.
an invisibility, but worse.
But much worse.
How can we get this thing to get laryngitis? I think that's how we solve this
I
problem.
thought you were gonna say, how do we get this thing laid?
Have it
I don't know.
have it get the lead in Phantom of the Opera, and then it won't be able to hit those high notes.
Get it laid, it'll shut that up for a while.
That's it. We'll put on a
Are you
musical.
sure?
I don't think we
Don't
want
think
this
this
thing
one's
to
gonna
breed.
work.
We don't want this thing to breed. We don't want tiny false hydras running about.
Okay, that sounds
Maybe
kinda
you
cute.
don't.
Is there a Mr. False Hydra in
Okay,
your life?
listen, I've actually looked up what they look like, and it is gruesome.
Yeah, don't they look
Don't
like
ever tell me.
Oh, okay, I won't say it. I was gonna say I looked them up too, and I kind of want to draw it.
Well, yeah. To be fair, though, there is no official picture
Yeah.
of what they look like.
I've
Just
seen.
Yeah, that's fair.
Sorry.
some different interpretations.
Yeah,
Squeak,
I've
can I make
seen
my own
a
interpretation?
few
Yes, you can.
My Ardenfell interpretation.
And if you get it done before you guys run into it, I'll be happy to use it. Otherwise, you
Oh,
just
Ah,
good
so it's
lord.
confirmed. It is
Okay.
a false hydra.
Well, either that or he's going to make us face a false hydra at some point in this
No, I was
campaign.
gonna say. All I'm saying is that at some point in this campaign, they
See,
are
what Squee's
confirmed.
saying is, if Criana draws something, he's going to make us fight it.
I mean, when
Comfrey!
have I not?
You're gonna fight Comfrey!
It's a three-headed Gumfrey.
Look, if Criana draws something, I'm gonna use it somehow.
Okay,
Usually
so,
as a boss.
So Sheem told us generally how a hydra kind of works, but she didn't have all of the information because, well,
That would
it's
be
more
useful.
of a it's more of a legend.
Cause she bitch.
She did tell us that memories never quite go away, so if we wanted to face it, it might be best to try and get those memories back. And the way to do that would probably be to be out of range of the monster's influence and cast a greater restoration on Doma, so that way she might get her memories back of her brother and go from there. We left, thankfully not in cuffs, and Ashu and Arthur went to the druids. I forget the name of the manor.
Falconmere.
Yes,
Falconmere. I kept wanting to say Hawken Manor. They went there for Sucker.
Sucker by the Jonas Brothers starts playing.
I mean, you're not wrong.
I am using the fancy English word, thank you very much.
For candy?
Very, very well done. Give yourself an inspiration glass.
I wasn't going to give it to you before, but you said Sucker, so yeah, I guess you kind of deserve it.
Okay, so we will pick up the session right where we left off. Arthur and Ashu are headed towards the Emerald Enclave at 3:30 in the morning. Well, no, it's actually still really 3 in the morning because they would be going there while you guys are having your conversation with Sheen. Because I believe the only people that went were Orit, Kai, not by choice, Dolma, and Tai, correct?
Mm-hmm.
So Ashu and Arthur will pick up with you guys. You make your way. Ashu, you don't really. I mean, as far as I understand, you don't really have an idea where Arthur's headed. Only that he is headed somewhere with purpose.
Yeah.
And you make your way towards where the Emerald Enclave was. What do you do when you get to the gates? The gates are closed as it is 3 in the morning.
He is going to just try and speak in Draconic. Excuse me, Jareth, are you around? Is there any response?
Roll me. God, what would that even be? Roll me a persuasion check.
Persuasion? Fantastic. Oh, wow. My +1 actually saved me.
Alright, give me a second here. You hear on the wind. Hello again. I did not expect visitors at this hour.
Sorry, a lot has been happening recently. And I was planning on coming by in the morning, but like I said, somebody got attacked and I wanted to talk to you about that, if that is okay.
I see. There's like a small hesitation. All right. And the door swings open.
Okay. Is it alright if my friend comes along?
Of course.
Alright. He's going to beckon Ashu to come along.
She will.
All right. You guys make your way into the courtyard, and as you do, you see a light come on in the house, and you hear... And the door opens. Come at this time of night, what even? And as Millinor Fullbranch, the friendly but humorless groundkeeper that you met the first time you came to Falconmere, in full nightgown with nightcap, and has what looks like a light cantrip hovering above him. What do you want?
1,000 apologies.
And he's like rubbing sleep out of his eyes.
1,000 apologies, sir. And he's going to speak in Wood Elven. We've been having a lot of weird things happen. First and foremost, yesterday we did a mission for the Blackstaff to talk to a bronze dragon that was in the harbor. After figuring out what happened, the bronze dragon is guarding its mother, who is an archdruid holding a portal closed.
Yes, Vadra has already spoken to us of this matter.
Oh, sorry. In any case, alongside that, we are encountering weird happenstances. What seems like every once in a while the absence of music and people are disappearing. Along with this, near where we are staying, somebody was attacked. Almost killed. We have no idea what is happening.
You hear the voice on the wind. This town is full of thieves and robbers, and underground societies all striving for power and position. Are you so sure this was simply not that?
If I recall correctly, out of character, there was bloodstains and footprints, right?
No, actually, there was a very lack of footprints of any kind.
Okay.
There was a lack of footprints, but I do remember something along the lines of it looked like he got bit
Yeah.
Yeah.
by something.
Well, who got bit?
Callie.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah. It not only did it look like he got bit, but with like not sharp, cutty teeth, but more like flat, grindy teeth.
Yeah.
Then Arthur will describe that.
And you will also have noted that there was also blood on Tally's hand that was not his.
Mm-hmm.
He punched it in the face.
Yeah,
Probably.
it did.
Goddamn hero.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Absolute hero.
They will both listen to this. And after listening, as the Melanor seems to be waking up a bit, and he goes, "Well, that is odd, I agree, but there are many in this town that have all manner of summonings and creatures at their disposal. I can think of no fewer than a dozen creatures that could match a bite such as that. And while it would be odd to see them naturally in a town like this, they could be summoned." Interesting. And you hear on the wind, "Well then, perhaps we should look into if such things occurred. After all, it would be your expertise." Yes, all right, I'll look into it. Not many druids in a town like this.
There is one very important note. This person that got attacked and seemed to have attacked back knows nothing of the incident at all.
Mm-hmm.
Of just that incident.
And
So
these
a
people-
stealthy attacker?
No. Apparently he had another person's blood on his hand. He did an act and got attacked without actually knowing what happened.
Modify memory, perhaps? There are some spells that can do that. And he starts thinking back in his mind. I don't think of any creatures that have that ability. But if they were summoned, then it would stand to reason whoever summoned them wouldn't be far behind. And it would also stand to reason that if they don't want to be found, they would cover their tracks.
It would have to modify mind of two people as well as a summon.
Interesting. This does become more and more unplausible. That would require either a very powerful caster or more than one.
Along with this, the people who have gone missing have been erased from memories as well.
I'm not sure I follow. And you hear on the wind, "Are you saying you do not remember those that have been lost?"
I was able to make something of somebody that I did not know, and then I don't know where I got that. I don't know where I got that image. It's like I held on to something and it disappeared.
I see. And there's more silence as it seems they're thinking. And Melanor finally kind of shrugs and he goes, "I'm not sure how much help I can be. I do not know of any creature or spell that can erase someone's mind perpetually. It's possible some sort of abomination, something from a plane that I do not have familiarity with, or some form of chimera or new magic. There's a dozen possibilities, all of them highly unlikely."
I see.
Then the breath in the wind. Then we must start simple. Melanor, tomorrow, do what you can to see if there's any powerful druid casters that could summon a beast that would fit the description of the attack. Otherwise, and then there's a small hesitation. Otherwise, then the rest of you must do what you feel you can. I am bound to these grounds. I will be very little help to you.
I'm glad you know of the portal, though.
Yeah.
I felt that it was probably something that... She sobs for a moment. I trust the Mage Academy quite a bit with research, but I feel like this unbalance should at least be known to you.
Yes, they came to us seeking information about the Archdruid holding it, and while Holly is not a member of our order, it is difficult not to know one such as her. There are very few Archdruids in this world. Nope, hang on guys, give me 1 second. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay.
The demigod's voice changed a lot.
Yeah.
Well, you know, when you're a demigod, you can do kind of whatever you want.
Yeah. Hang on, guys. BRB. Anyway, I am returned.
And I am back.
I have returned.
I got
Back to the office.
nachos! What is a nacho?
Anybody want some nachos?
Can I
That
have a
sounds
Mountain
very good right now.
Dew?
I only had 2 pieces of my pizza. I should really eat more.
Pizza.
It's just frozen pizza.
Frozen pizza.
Did you get the weird like rectangle ones that you see at like school cafeterias?
No, I got Delicio Rustico.
That doesn't sound like plastic to me. I want plastic rectangles.
No, this is a fancy frozen pizza.
I want plastic Italian.
This is the pizza I dropped on my head.
I want Mario.
Greetings.
Greetings.
Hello.
Where was I?
Yes, this voice.
Yes, this one.
Hang on, guys. BRB.
She's not actually going anywhere.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
Oh yeah, you missed
she was
the
saying that while Holly is not a member of their order, there aren't very many archdruids in the world, so they certainly know who she is.
That is good. I apologize again for waking you, sir, and bothering you.
Yes,
The whole group has gotten a bit crazy since the attack, and I felt like this was probably the safest place to be right now.
there's a gentle gust of wind over you both, and you hear, in times of stress, it is even more important to remain calm and rational. Balance must always be maintained.
That is true.
I am glad that you felt safe here, and Falcon Mere is open to you and your friends should you seek a place of safety. Just know that my abilities do not stretch beyond these grounds.
I understand.
Will you be requiring a room for the night?
Arthur's gonna groggily look at a shoe. Do you want to stay
You want me
here,
to do
or...?
this? She thinks about it. It'd be very bad for us to disappear from everyone else.
You are right. Oh, man. They're probably worried about us. We should head back. I'm sorry.
You, Melinar says, should get some sleep and come at a reasonable hour like normal people. I'll see if I can find anything for you.
Okay.
He seems kind of half grumpy that he's awake right now, and also half like willing to help. It's like one of those people where it's like they're
Yeah.
willing to help, but they haven't had their coffee yet.
Yeah. Well, we will see you another time.
Oh,
Soon.
I
Hmm?
almost forgot. In the urgency of your story, I didn't think to ask. But have you heard anything from Sir Ambrose? Is he all right?
Out of character. Fuck. In character.
At least in out of character, we also decided we were going to do that the next in-game day anyways.
It had only been one day since we got that quest, and we were like, there's a portal underneath the water.
Yeah, to be
Look
fair,
at
we were
that
in the
quest.
area.
Yeah.
That's a fair question. It's not like we went to the other side of town. Oh, did you hear about our dude on the opposite side? It's like, no, this is reasonable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In character.
Ushu,
Yeah, go ahead.
Ushu would cautiously explain. Well, our day was a little full. You see, we actually discovered the portal that was under the water. So, actually, we were planning on doing this the next day, but as you can see, even more events have piled up even when we were trying to sleep.
Of course, you can only do what you can do. But I do fear for him. I worry that he will try to do something foolish. And with that, I keep forgetting his name. Malinor starts ushering you guys out. Well, yes, well, very good. Should go home, get some rest. I'm sure even Sir Ambrose is asleep at this hour.
Yeah, let's go do that. So we head back to the mundane inn.
Okay. The rest of you, what do you do after you leave Sheem's presence? Or I should say more specifically, after you leave the company of the escorting guard that leave you right at the top of that bridge.
I remember saying Ty's running back to the inn, but I don't remember if I changed my mind on that.
Okay, well, yeah, we'll just start there. Like, guards escorted you guys off palace grounds, basically, onto the bridge. We can pick up there. Because I'm sure you guys probably wouldn't be discussing things right in front of them anyway.
You've met us.
Just like right in front of them. What a bitch.
He said that in Undercommon, thank you very much.
That's right.
Hey, I'm a drow guard.
Excuse me, Undercommon?
Yeah, they're drow.
Oh, okay.
The common language of the Underlands.
It is like
Australia?
elf, but not.
I could have said underground, and then halfway through said that, I'm like, no, Underlands is funnier.
Oh my god. What is I saw something online once that said I have a firm belief that all drow have Australian accents because they're from the
Yeah.
land down under.
I've seen that.
Because they come
Oh,
from a land down
gosh.
under.
Well,
Alright,
I guess that's canon now.
yes,
Shit.
so-
Please no.
So you guys on the bridge. What's
Crikey,
your-
what do you think we could... Sorry, I won't. I think Kai would just be, like, automatically going back to the inn unless someone else chimes
Yeah. I think Ty's is gonna run because she had the realization that, oops, a shoe and Arthur, I almost said shoe and Burn, a shoe and Arthur are walking right back to the monster.
Yeah, and we should probably get the two previous victims out of there as well.
in. Yeah.
So.
We could probably stay one more night. I think we're good for one more night, then we need to get the fuck out without the innkeeper knowing.
Oh. All right. I'm thinking back at that last part there. I'm like, wait, what?
I guess because only really Elora, and I think Glassrose. My theory for a while now is this has been somehow connected to the innkeeper, and it's the innkeeper's fault. So I'm still not trusting him.
I thought you were like, because we totally are gonna stiff him on the bill.
No. I mean, Ty is a thief and is not paying rent to Eric.
You start breaking
Yeah,
out
but
into
he
like
knows
a,
about that.
we're not gonna pay. No, all right.
We're not gonna make it. Oh!
Right.
At
So
least I don't have to pay extra on the room that I poured blood all over.
is
Ooh.
is Dolma, Orit, and Kai joining the pace? Said pace. mode running?
Absolutely. Yeah, no. Dolma would be speed walking that shit, if not almost full out running.
Gotcha.
I think Kai would be going as fast as Orita's.
He will try to go at a decent pace
Right.
for being tired.
Look, Ty has no impulse control. You guys don't need to go at her pace.
He will probably not go at her pace, but he
Good.
will try.
Roll me a Constitution saving throw.
All of us?
No, just
Okay.
Orit.
Just
Well,
Orit.
I guess Orit
Tired
and Kai.
boy.
Orit and Kai.
Just a...
Well,
Wait, why
because
do I-
even Glass is like, I'll try.
Why is Katana having to roll a Constitution?
She said she's gonna go as fast as you.
I got enough sleep.
Fair point. Never mind, just Orit.
No, I'm dragging you with me.
I'm well rested. Oh, thanks. Okay.
So like, Orit makes it down the bridge. It starts like falling behind.
Can I Kai will kind of lean down and like, would you like a ride? And usher him for a piggyback ride.
Good. I'm so glad that was the direction you went, because I was like going to be like, am I strong enough?
He will accept piggyback ride.
All
Okay.
right. Now, Kai, roll me a Constitution saving throw, because you're definitely strong enough to carry Orit, but
Okay.
carry Orit all the way while running.
I'm doing a saving throw, you said?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh yeah, it's fine.
Hey!
You're fine. You're fresh as the wind.
Woo!
So Dalma and Ty, you see briefly it looks like Orit and Kai fall behind, but then Kai catches back up with an Orit backpack.
Oh my God.
And you
It
make your way back.
reminds me. Sorry, I was just like, oh, it reminds me of the good old days when Cassandra was around.
I did carry you.
Yeah. I
Since
made it my personal goal. It's like, tall lady, I gotta get a piggyback ride.
Got to get me a piggyback ride.
since Ashu and Arthur spent less time with their interaction than you guys did with Sheem, I'll say that you all arrive around the same time. You all make your way back to the Mundane Inn. I will say I'm thinking about like the distances here. Ashu and Arthur, as you get in, you see like Ty and Dolma like 20 feet ahead of you coming from the other direction, like bursting into the inn.
Okay, do we see them like on the street?
It's dark, but yeah, there's lights.
Do you
on
want
the
me to
street.
roll?
No. There's lights on the street. You'd see them.
Okay. The second Ty sees them, she's probably gonna trip for a quick second and then run straight at them instead.
Oh, football.
Guys, roll for initiative. You're being charged. No,
Ah,
no.
Oh,
You guys
okay.
see Ty running straight. No, running straight for you.
Damn it! Why do I keep losing?
We have the same modifier.
Arthur, clotheslines are straight to the mat.
Oh god.
Wait,
Oh,
hold on.
jeez.
Yeah, let's go. Con check. Whoa, 2. He passes the fuck out.
All right, no, you guys just see Ty run straight towards you.
She... Sorry, I'm still thinking about joke rolls. She is gonna slide in front of them and be like, "We cannot stay here any longer."
Ooh.
Did I leave?
Did someone just leave?
Yeah, we can't stay here any longer. We gotta go.
Laura disconnected at the right time.
Yeah, wow.
Or disconnecting.
Elora, you still
Oh, I'm
with us?
dying.
Or
You're
You're muted, Elora.
Or she's not here.
Or
Because
she's
she
not
really
here.
did
here.
GTFO.
Oh
She's
no!
like, okay, we gotta get out. We can't stay here.
Really into this session.
You've
God.
lost
Oh my God.
many
By the way,
contexts.
Whoever put the, Kinsey, that I've been staring at that pizza for like 5 minutes now.
That is what I'm eating right now.
Ooh, yummy.
Laura.
Laura?
Laura.
Oh God, no! That's even worse. You replaced it with the thing.
Well, you can unspoil it. That's on
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
Hold on, I fix.
Laura says my Discord keeps disconnecting.
Oh no.
Hello?
There you are.
Oh my god.
Wow, we just thought that you were really taking Ty
Yeah.
at her word and just piecing
No,
out.
like I don't even remember what the last thing I heard was.
She
I
doesn't
think it was,
remember!
like-
Sorry.
I think it
Jesus
was-
Christ.
I think it was like fucking Arthur was suplexing Ty to the ground or something, and then it was just like brum, 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 brum,
Yeah.
like
Okay,
every 2
so-
seconds.
So the sound of you leaving, it was like I said to Arthur, it's like, we need to leave as soon as possible. And then there was silence, and then just you dropping.
Oh my god. I was just like, okay, bye. Oh my god. Yeah, no. So, god damn it, I have to rejoin. Whatever, that's fine. So Dolma just nods and says, "We need to get everyone out of here."
Even
So
think
where
of
are
that-
we going?
away.
Somewhere that isn't here.
Can we please go somewhere in the morning? Please.
Have we caught up yet?
Yeah, no,
you
Yeah,
were
we
right
need
behind
some
them.
sense.
Okay.
I'm
Kai will
so
be-
very
Kai-
tired.
Kai will be like, she's like doing like kind of a workout as she runs with Orient on her back, like she's lifting her knees up a little bit higher, trying to get, you know, that good leg workout. And she'll kind of slow down, but she's still running in place as she reconvenes with the group, and she'll say, "It would appear that a false hydra is stalking us."
Imagining her just monotone watching.
She's running in place.
I'm just imagining Arin's head bobbing up and down.
My character likes looking up stupid things and creatures and things like that. Is there like a role for like what is a hydra? What is false hydra?
It would be an Arcana roll because a false
Okay.
Hydra, as Sheem said, is from the abyss, so it's an aberration.
Man, can
Or
I
a demon. One of the
can I
two.
get disconnect? You know what? I'm not gonna fucking roll for that. He's not gonna understand.
Oh,
I am sorry, Issue. You have heard of no such creature.
False who's a what's it?
It apparently is a. Okay. And then Kai will reiterate what Sheem told us, but Criana, the player who is a week behind, does not remember all of the details.
I'm just imagining her like putting on a really obnoxious like Sheen impression.
Oh yeah, if she has to do the Sheem voice, she'll snap her fingers and she'll make herself look like Sheem for added effect.
Oh my
oh,
god.
good.
I
While
just imagine,
jogging in place.
Yeah,
imagine
she's still
she's
jogging in
also-
place.
like adding things that she never said, and it's poison is deadly.
She
Um,
wouldn't lie. She would
roll
tell
me,
the
just
truth.
roll. No, I'm not gonna make Kai roll a check for that. You just had the conversation. You impart the details.
Yeah, I mean, I could probably try, but it
No,
would be
it's fine.
super out. It would be
Kai-
super
Three of
out
us.
of character.
Yeah. Kai, and the others basically relay to you guys in the middle of the street what Sheem told them.
Perhaps we should check on Tally and Spirit.
Shit.
Okay. Let's go.
Would you like me to carry you next, Arthur? You seem more tired than Orit.
No, I can get myself to bed.
Very well.
As he passes out in the street.
Yeah, I think what's like that in the length of that conversation, Ty would probably have like crashed and just be like, "Okay, yeah, maybe morning. It already
Yeah.
attacked once tonight. Maybe we'll be fine."
I can stay awake. I feel quite rested.
Alright. So you're gonna keep watch for a monster that'll make you forget you saw it?
Yes.
Cool.
Poor Elora.
Fine.
Wow, I didn't really hate my jokes so much.
Oh, no, it's not you. It's just
I
my
know.
internet. Oh, God.
You wanna like restart your computer real fast or something?
Sure, just
Quick help.
have Dolma be grumpy and bitchy and go grab her shit or something. I'll be right back.
Don't worry, Ty is controlling your character during this combat.
Okay, yeah, that's fair.
Cool.
Combat?
Combat?
Dun,
Don't
dun,
forget,
dun, dun, dun,
Guys,
dun,
you
dun,
use
dun, dun, dun.
spells.
Guys, you were supposed to act
Play
like
bagpipes.
Alright, let me
Um,
restart.
All right, we'll see you back in a second. So you guys relay the story. You say we should probably check on Tally. Arthur's going to bed. Yes.
Yes. He is going to go into his room, and is
Mhm.
Tally still in his bed?
Yes. So you go. You kind of make your way up the stairs, make your way into the room, and when you open the door, you see Tally is asleep, and you see Spirit is asleep in the chair. Kind of. It's like she fell asleep in the chair and kind of fell off the chair, but didn't wake up. And like the
Aw,
top of her
adorable.
head's just on the bed, and the rest of her body is kind of like twisted onto the chair. Not in an uncomfortable way, just in an awkward way.
Okay. So here's what I'm gonna do. Let's do an athletics check. Or would it be probably athletics? He's going to try and maybe sleight of hand. Maybe peel off one of the blankets
Mm-hmm.
off of the bed, because there was like 4 or 5 plus the bedroll.
Gotcha. While you're doing that, who else is going into the room?
Kai will probably go in there. Actually, she'll probably take Ori to. I guess. Are we sharing a room, Ori?
I assumed that we were.
I thought we were.
I only
You-
saw 3 rooms, so
you
like
are
I
sharing
assumed-
a room, not like Kai is ever in there.
Yeah, I was gonna say she would tuck him in probably in the room that she would think is theirs.
Gotcha. So you're doing that. Ty and Ashu and Dolma. What about you guys? Well, Ty and Ashu. Dolma's restarting.
Piff, do you know?
Do I know what I'm doing?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Like, go.
Well done. You passed the test.
I'm actually. It's late.
Mm-hmm.
She actually is going to be in that room, but also she's going to ask, so what about the innkeeper? Heck, what about this entire section? Do you think we just leave and... I mean, heck, if we're going to actually do anything about it right now, but...
We need. I guess Ty's in the room because I want to respond.
Right, makes sense.
Do it.
We. There's no way we're going to be able to fight this by ourselves. But we need to also destroy this because we need to. There's still a chance that these people we've forgotten might still be alive. Most likely not. It's a small chance, but there's still enough of a chance. But we can't do it right now. And clearly, what out of the palace is people might be interested in us, but we don't actually have a voice. So we need to get some allies and get some strength, and then maybe we'll be able to do something about it.
I need Arthur, Ty, and Shu to roll me a perception check, please.
20.
Okay. 3.
Grrr.
Poor
Sleepy
Arthur.
baby.
So sleepy. Okay.
Mhm.
Ty.
Yeah?
As you're saying that, as you're speaking, you're talking to them, and of course, keeping an eye on the room, and because especially Ty is in like
Ty lived on the
instant mode.
streets.
Right. You catch in your eyes, through the mirror on the dresser, a glimpse of the window. And staring at the window, with its breath fogging the glass,
Motherfucker.
is a white face with black pits for eyes and a
Squee,
long
do you want to
leather
send me the
neck.
picture you got? Oh, sorry.
I see this after I finish talking, or in the middle?
In the middle.
She will stop talking immediately. I'm trying to think if there's anything within reach she can throw. I don't.
There's a
Do I have
48-year-old
throwing
dragon
daggers?
boy.
I'm not throwing the dragon ball.
I don't know. Let's take a look at your character sheet. What do you have in your inventory? You've got bagpipes. You've got a map of Iron Hall. 20 arrows. You got a dagger. You can throw that.
Yeah, I'm gonna throw my fucking. Oh, I do have my dagger. I carved my arm with.
You got 2 of them, technically.
I think I have the ability to throw daggers. I think that's a thief thing.
Oh, anyone.
Everybody
throw a
can
dagger.
do that.
Yeah.
Oh.
So, I assume you're not throwing at the mirror, right? You
No,
spin
I'm throwing
around.
it at the window. I'm whipping around
Gotcha.
throwing it at the window.
Roll me a wisdom save. You like grab the dagger and you spin to the window.
Yeah, I'm laughing because my wisdom's still the worst, but I'm still gonna do that one plan. 6.
You spin to the window and you let loose the dagger. Roll a to hit, please.
What should I roll with that?
It
Because I
should
don't think
be
I have
a
that set up.
dexterity. So, it should be. Let me take a look at your actions because you probably have something that would work.
I don't know if I have throwing.
It would still be. It would just be your dagger. It's just because
Okay.
you use dexterity for either. It
Oh,
would
I
just
do,
be your
because I
dagger.
go with the ammo, so it's probably that
Yeah.
one.
Yeah.
Okay. 16.
Okay. The dagger flies through the window, but you don't remember why you threw it. You recall standing there saying something, and then you recall the dagger leaving your hand and flying through the window. The rest of you are listening to Ty. She seems to get a glance of something, spins around, whips a dagger out, throws it through the window. You hear glass shatter.
Nice. I can break windows.
I mean, and that's it.
Does it wake people up?
I mean, yeah, it would wake up everyone in the room, definitely. Kai and Orit, yeah, you'd hear
You would
glass
hear it. It's
shattering.
breaking,
Yeah,
yeah.
you would hear glass shattering.
Perhaps we should go check on that. Kai says as she's tucking Orit in.
Shit. Gets up.
We'll start
So
wandering over.
I'm guessing both Tally and Spirit wake up right as. Well, my plan was going to be to peel off one of the blankets and then put Spirit right next to Tally in the bed and just have Arthur sleep on the floor with 2 blankets.
Gotcha.
But he's starting to move and do that and pick things up, and they both wake up, and it's like, man.
Ty just kind of looks confused and goes, why did I do that? What was I even saying before?
I don't know. But now it's gonna be cold.
You guys are back. Oh no. And Tally kind of sits up. Oh, I should be getting home. It's really late. I've never had a sleepover before.
Well, both of you can stay here if you want. Just give me a pillow so I can go to sleep on the floor.
Ty's looking at his shoe.
The shoe is like head, like her hands are just like on her table. She obviously looks very distressed, and then she just kind of goes, "Okay, hold on," and then tries to remember back just before she threw her dagger.
Welcome
Going
back,
off
Elora.
your I'll go off your perception check, which wasn't bad. You saw her eyes flick towards the mirror.
A shoe slides over to where Ty Burn was and looks at the mirror.
Okay. You look at the mirror, and you just see, I mean, depending on your position, but you see the window, but nothing outside, just the darkness of night.
She goes, okay. And she slides a little bit away from Tyburn for personal space.
For safety.
For safety.
What? I feel like this is the second time this has happened tonight. But I don't remember why.
Kai will poke her head in the room. Everything going all right in here?
Questionable.
You see a, it would be hilarious if it was like a dagger silhouette in the window, but that's not how it is.
Like a cartoon.
Yeah.
Hey, Tyburn, was that dagger special to you?
Not particularly. It's my usual dagger.
You keep around with you a lot?
She kind of picks at the bandages on her arms. Yeah.
Would you happen to have a name for the dagger?
No, just my shovel.
So not that close. I see.
Should have thrown the shovel.
I'm sorry,
I
I realize what Piff's trying to do right now, and I am in awe, and I want to see it work.
I'm sorry.
I get it now too, sorry. It took me a minute.
I think this is a spell that I don't know because I've never looked at the spells, so I'm sorry, Piff. I guess just her name's like, I mean, is there an importance to name? I just named my shovel because Eric told me I should name my shovel, but like that's just like my normal eating and stuff dagger. Everyone has one, right? Says the farm girl. That's me. Farm child.
You hear from the bed, I don't carry daggers.
What do you eat with?
Spoons.
She just kind of looks at him and is like, how do you, in her head going, how do you eat your meat? Spoon?
You don't know him.
Apparently not.
He
She's
could play
just
the
looking
blue.
probably like,
He could be the Blue Raja in this guy.
They're forks. Mystery Men, good movie. All right,
Yep.
Yeah, but Tally just kind of looks like when you look at him, he just kind of looks down sheepishly, like he like was not a part of that conversation.
I should probably get my dagger, I guess. And it's just kind of go to the window and no, she isn't. She's afraid of the fucking windows. And it's just kind of she was afraid of the mirror. And just be like, I don't want to go in the cellar. Do you guys think there's a room in here with no windows? Other than the toilets?
Isn't the innkeep in the basement?
Yep.
Yeah, but that's also where the false hydra might be.
Oh, that's perfect. That's where Kai would want to be.
Kai and Ty have different priorities on this thing.
Why is it in the basement?
She said it grows out of like the cellars and stuff.
Oh,
She
Kai.
said that legend says that it will sometimes grow out of cellars or basements.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, no, Kai's totally gonna go down there then. She was gonna check on the innkeep to be nice, but now she's in for that.
Good luck rolling a new character. Bye.
That's okay. She's got a twin. Why do you think she has a twin?
Oh no.
Maybe 2. We don't know.
Yeah. That's right. She could be triplets.
How many twins do we have?
We could have had a 12-person party when this adventure started.
Yeah.
All right, so Kai, you make your way downstairs.
Making my way downstairs. Yep.
You get to the cellar doors and you just hear quietly.
Cool. I mean, she doesn't want to wake the poor guy up, so she's just gonna be very, very stealthy as she goes down to investigate.
Sure, totally. Roll me a stealth check.
Okay. Cool. It's just very quietly. We're gonna very quietly roll our stealth check. Quiet. What? Well, okay.
You open the door and it hits the wall. No.
Through the window. Through the wall.
Buddy's nerfed, guys.
Buddy's nerfed?
Buddy's nerfed.
Ho buddy, not ho buddy. You open the doors and you start kind of quietly going down and you hear what? Oh, it's just you, lass. Scared me, you did. As he kind of sits up, rubbing his eyes.
Yes, I have reason to believe that there might be a monster down here, so I thought I would check on you.
He keeps rubbing his eyes. Monster, what? And then he stands up, and from under his pillow, you see he's holding a cutlass, and he's spinning around. Boy, monsters be here. Is that Norith girl?
I do not know. Perhaps. But I cannot confirm if there is a monster here. I just have reason to believe there might be.
Aye.
Would you mind if we switched rooms?
A bit. This does happen to be in my personal room.
Would you mind if I roomed with you then?
I
do not intend to sleep if that makes you feel better.
He gets very uncomfortable. He goes, "Aye, all right. If that be your wish. Why do you believe there be a monster down here?"
Well, the monster we think it might be tends to live in basements and cellars and, well, underground. And this is underground, and it seems to be part of the source, so, well, it just kind of makes sense.
Aye. And he starts looking around wearily. Aye, if you do be saying so.
It sure is dark down here. Kai looks around.
Aye. He starts stretching. I do be feeling it's time to be getting up and about my business.
It is 4:00 in the morning.
Aye. Plenty of things need doing. He starts
Kai will turn around very quickly as she heard something and gasp loudly. And then she'll put her hand to her chest and be like, "Oh, I am sorry. I thought I heard something down here."
Roll me, and this is up to you, obviously, a deception or a persuasion. When you do that, he goes. Right. Well, don't be going through my things, girl.
Oh, I do not intend to. Unless you have something to hide. Haha, just kidding. I intend to read my book, and then she'll hold out her, the novel she's been reading all night.
Oh, right. Then, and he just kind of like backs out slowly. Oh. Kitchen. And he just like takes off towards the like not at a run, but just starts walking off towards the kitchen.
I love Kai.
And she'll just, I guess, make herself comfortable. She'll kind of scan the room, see if she notices anything. Is there a mirror at all, out of curiosity, in there? Wait, does she know about the mirror thing?
She does
nope.
not.
Nope. Okay, never mind. She don't care about no mirror.
I thought that was mentioned in the
Did I?
Okay, actually, that's a fair point.
No, she mentioned
She
mirrors.
mentioned the mirror thing.
Legend
Okay.
said that it can only be seen through a mirror.
Oh, okay. If that's the case. Sorry,
but I should have played Ty differently as well.
Criana cannot remember these things, and she apologizes.
It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, is there a mirror down there at all?
Yeah, there's a mirror.
Okay, yeah, she'll kind of park herself in front of the mirror, like pull a chair up to it and just kind of sit down.
Okay. You park up, sit down. You're looking pretty nice for 4 a.m. in the morning, if you do say so yourself.
Oh, good. Kai gets a boost in self-confidence.
+1 to the beauty score.
So, the rest of you will go back upstairs. What are the rest of you doing?
I guess grabbing my dagger.
Okay. So you go downstairs, you want to go outside and search for it?
Yeah.
Roll me an investigation check.
Buddy
Okay.
system.
Is
I
the
was
shoe
literally
going?
about to say Dolma's gonna go with her if that's the case.
Yeah. So all of you. So roll me investigation with advantage.
Okay. A shoe, if you want to come with, Ty is not going to find this creepy and is honestly going to be very comforted with it.
Cool.
Cool. Perfect place to murder.
Where the fuck is my dagger?
You guys go outside. It's very dark, and you start hunting for your dagger. You look everywhere. You don't find it. You don't find it anywhere.
The music changed to just the right tone at just the right
I know, it was pretty epic.
Hey, Molly.
I don't know. I think it's a little too epic for just losing your daggers.
Find the dagger!
Find the dagger. Change the world.
Doma, did you, or Laura, do you know what happened while you were restarting, or?
No idea.
Okay.
I'm guessing you threw a dagger out the window.
So,
yeah.
So, Ty saw the monster in the mirror again and threw a dagger at the window and then forgot why she threw her dagger out the window.
Oh, goody!
Mhm.
Rolled really good perception, not good
Yeah.
wisdom.
Yeah. For the second time, it's Ty. Ty is the only one that sees this monster, apparently.
I guess so. Goddamn.
You know,
This thing needs to.
while Ty is very focused on finding a dagger, I'm gonna see if there's anything else there. There should be shattered glass.
Sure. Roll me a investigation without advantage because Doma would have been helping Ty get that advantage.
Sure.
Mhm.
And in return to the message I just got, was there a question there or?
I will explain later.
Gotcha. A shoe. As they're hunting around for a dagger, you look around as well for anything else. You do see shattered glass on the ground. You see another thing too. Very, very dark. A liquid that looks like it pooled on the ground. You reach down, you take a look at it. It's a small puddle of blood, but very dark blood.
She will grab one of the parchments that have been written on by, let's just say, Spirit was her name, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna take that piece of paper, and kind of, dab the center of it into that.
Got you.
That's it. She's gonna keep that piece of paper.
Oh, gotcha. Understood. You can tell it's darker than, say, human, elf, or even can't think of what a shoe is right now.
Tiefling!
Tiefling blood. Thank you.
Tiefling.
My mind went blank.
Asthma.
But yeah, at this point, you just keep it and keep it to yourself, or keep it with you, not to yourself.
I will, after doing all that, and go and say to Timebird, "Well, you hit something."
She just kind of like straightens up and looks at her and goes, "I did?"
Fresh enough to mark a paper.
You found blood?
Something very close to it.
You must have
So-
gotten it.
Doma?
You must have gotten it.
It. Are we thinking of the same it now?
I would think so. I mean, what else would it be?
A
Unless we're
shoe?
seeing vampires outside the window.
God, I wish I was that lucky. A shoe. Did I look at the mirror?
Yeah.
It's happening again. I just want to sleep, mate. Like, how are we supposed to sleep when I keep looking in the bloody windows?
That's why we need to find somewhere else to stay.
Nothing's gonna be open right now. Unless we sleep on the literal ground, which I really would rather not go back to unless we have to.
I mean, there gotta be other places. There was a place that we stayed.
I mean, there's other places, but just not ones we were gonna find at 4 o'clock in the morning.
How late was that tavern open the first night that they got there and got absolutely wasted?
That was the inn.
No, it was on the harbor. It wasn't the mundane inn.
Oh, did we get drunk in a tavern?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought we got drunk at the inn.
Mm-mm.
I think you got drunk at both.
I mean, that's fair.
There is such a thing as called bar hopping.
Squee, you're muted.
Ah, shit.
Oh gosh, I was muted during that whole time.
Wow. Good job.
You were there around 11, maybe midnight. Certainly not 4 in the morning.
Are you saying they wouldn't have a bar open at 4 o'clock in the... No, fair.
That's
This
illegal.
This isn't New York. It's very unlikely that any taverns has people up at 4 in the morning. Now, that does not mean that you can't get service. Obviously, people come into town at all hours. It would be very common knowledge, especially for Dolma and Tai, that you can go into an inn and be like, barkeep, and get a room. But no one's going to be up at this time, and no one's going to be happy at this time.
Well, you know what? We're not happy about people getting eaten. So...
I think we should just barricade ourselves in that either the library on the 3rd floor or that dining room on the 2nd. Just block off the windows. Just try to sleep for one night and then get the fuck out in the morning.
Just saying, Kai's gonna be up all night.
Kai ain't watching us if she's in the basement.
Y'all
Plus,
can
no one
sleep in
knows
the
that.
basement. Wait, did I say out of character that she was up all night? I thought she said she would watch it though.
Yeah,
She
you
said
said
she
you
was
would
gonna-
watch, but then
Yeah.
you take it out for all of the rest of us. No, you just took off.
Yeah, I mean you can find her.
Can we?
If you really want to sleep.
I mean,
Hey, it's D&D. You can do anything.
Not investigation checks.
shit.
I think just
But-
for honestly, we should just crash for the night and deal with this later.
Yeah, Dolma's gonna vote for everyone clamoring into one room and sticking together. She's gonna try and find Kai. That, or she's gonna be like, "Alright, do you know where Kai went?"
So, throughout this whole entire thing of window breaking and whatnot, because I hadn't said anything, he basically heard, "Is everything alright?" Muffle, muffle, something window, muffle, muffle. He went, seems like no one's panicking, and he went back to his room to sleep.
Yeah.
Nice, very nice.
I'm guessing
what about you?
Arthur's just asleep on the floor, huh?
He would try and get both Spirit and Tally to go to bed. Hopefully they stay, because he doesn't want them leaving.
Yeah, you notice Tally tying on his mask and trying to sneak out of the room.
Oh my god.
Hey,
How bad was
so
this
I would like to
stealth
make
roll?
an athletics check.
Uh-huh.
Alright, let me actually
All right, hang
fuck.
on.
That's Arcana.
Yeah, that's
Wait, that's
Arcana.
Arcana? Hold on.
Yeah,
I'm
and
sorry.
So
Yeah.
7. What's your strength? What's your athletics bonus?
My athletics bonus is
Whoa.
+3, but I have advantage.
Yeah, don't
Yeah,
you? Yeah, I was
by
gonna
all
say.
means, roll again.
Okay. Hold on. Boom. 15.
Mm. Nope.
So it's a tie. Yeah.
Yeah, like the second. What do you do exactly? It's not a tie. He has a bonus. I just don't have a character sheet for him.
Oh, okay. He's just gonna try and grab onto his shirt and go, "No, you don't. Stay
He,
here."
reflexively, like, jumps out of the way and lands almost like in a 3-point pose, and then realizes what he did and go, "Oh, I was just, I was going to help your friends that went outside."
Sure.
And then he runs out the door.
Is this while
Well-
we're outside?
Yep, and he's still shirtless because his shirt was removed.
Oh my god.
So Arthur will say to himself as he's running out, "Well, hope I remember him in the morning." He's gonna crawl into bed.
Oh, jeez.
That is
Savage.
so dark.
Ouch.
He's trying to help, but he's
I
fucking
understand.
tired, man.
I understand. Arthur crawls into bed. Spirit's still asleep.
Please tell
So-
me we see this dumbass run out.
So, pretty much about the time you guys are talking about the blood, and that you hit it, you would
He's like
like,
he's like that
Wait a
Family Guy character that's just covered in oil.
Oh god. Greased up deaf guy.
you
Yeah.
would just see him on the porch, walk out, start looking around. I feel evil.
We can hear you.
Yes, that's why I said that. I wanted to let you know. I feel evil.
Tally. We know.
Oh.
And he kind of looks at you, and he kind of lowers his voice. I know you know, but if you use my name out here, everyone will know.
It's 4 o'clock in the morning and you've
Oh my
lost
God.
blood. Go to bed.
Yeah, Dolma, like, puts a hand on Ty's shoulder and looks over at Tally. Crimson Tiger, we would be much obliged if you would go back inside and keep an eye on Spirit, make sure she's safe.
Absolutely not. I'm not a child. If you're going to be out here risking your lives, I'm not going to cower away in a room.
I mean, you're risking your life inside too, let's be real.
doesn't change the fact that you are doing something dangerous and I want to help.
We're going back in.
Oh. Well, that changes things. He, like, uncrosses his arms.
I don't know why Ty is just so 100% done, but 100% protective of this kid.
Because he's a dumbass and he's gonna get himself killed.
Yeah, but so is Anna. So is Ty.
It's like, you know,
There can only be
Yeah.
one of us.
So yeah, Dolma kind of nods and then like gestures for him to go back inside.
he steps to the side and ushers the way, like, you know, after you. He still has a slightly rigid stance.
Mm-hmm. She just looks up at the sky, mutters to herself, and she'll look over at Ashu. Anything else you need to look for?
Not tonight.
All right. And she'll look at Ty and go, we'll either find your dagger or get you a new one, but for now, and she
I have
pulls
two.
out her, just like starts to pull out her dagger and then is just like, never mind, you have one. All right, let's get going.
Try to sleep at least 1 hour without someone creeping in the window.
Through the window. The only thing going through windows lately has been your dagger. Well, and Arthur.
I was gonna say, and Arthur, yeah.
I think Kai.
well,
Well-
only because of Arthur.
Yeah, Kai was just copying the trend.
I hear a judgmental tone. I don't like this.
I'm feeling really attacked right now, guys.
Whatever this monster is, it has manners. Alright,
Does it?
no, it doesn't. It's eating people.
No,
You can eat
yeah.
people politely.
Not in this context.
Excuse
that's
me ever so
content.
much, chomp.
Sounds
Hey,
like a plot
pardon
against
me.
me.
So, you all make your way inside, and Crimson Tiger comes and closes the door behind you. So, what's the plan?
Barricade ourselves in a room and try to get some rest so we can get some allies so we can actually fight this damn monster before it kills hopefully more people.
Right.
As far as I can tell, the best thing to do would be in numbers. So, everyone in a single place, and probably maybe away from anything that's open. Like, windows. Like a broken window. We shouldn't be near the broken window.
No. I'm gonna have to pay for that.
It's fine.
No.
Might be part. Hey,
Are you
might
guys
be able
saying
to get
this-
it part of the repairs.
Fuck, I still need to send a letter to Eric.
Are you guys saying this in front of the innkeep?
He's in the kitchen, we're in the dining room.
kitchen.
Oh, sorry. Okay, I was like, he's just sitting there like, broken window?
What the fuck are you talking about?
That was my favorite window.
What about the broken window?
What about the window? Was that from the Hellhounds?
That's
You
not,
wanna specify
that's that's not Mother's window, is it?
Oh my god.
that?
Well, my mom is also dead, so bite me.
Ooh.
God. Dead mom fight. Oh.
Alright, so you all, you said you were thinking the third floor.
Either the library on the third floor or that like dining room area on the second floor. I would prefer it as high as possible, but books are flammable, so and there seems to be more open space on the second floor.
So, let's see. The library has windows.
We all have windows. The only room that doesn't is the toilet.
Well, or the center area.
No,
You
isn't
could, like,
there
barricade.
windows?
Yeah, I mean, you could, like, barricade or something. You're right.
Yeah.
This place has way too many windows all of a sudden.
Sure, I noticed that last time, when why is there
Actually,
3 windows?
I want to point out that there are windows in the bathroom that are like strategically placed that way you can definitely see whoever's bathing.
What a pervert.
In that bathroom, yes, not so much this bathroom.
Yeah,
Yeah, but like that one bathroom.
It's frosted glass. It's fine.
You could still look.
Look,
Tell
sexy.
someone's in
Squee.
there.
Squeeze a pervert. That's what we're getting at.
Criana!
I can say it. I've known Squee the longest. I can
it's
say
true. She can say it because she knows the truth.
it. That's right.
God.
How do
play
you
Mass
point
Effect with
arrows
friends
in
with you.
here?
Hold down
shoot.
both mouse buttons and drag.
So freaking this. Even the ladder has goddamn window.
Yeah.
Which map are you
Well-
on? I have all 3 open.
Look at this thing.
Which map? Oh, there.
Oh, it's
yeah.
the third floor.
But yeah, there's a tower, but I was thinking, where does it go to again? It's just like is it an attic space?
Look, when Darian made this inn, he said to the architect, and I want windows. Lots of windows, laddie.
It's because he's the false hydra.
He put
You
a
gotta
window
get in all
in
that
front.
natural light.
He put a window in front of the ladder. Darian,
Oi.
what is your problem, man?
I be liking the sunlight.
As
It
he
makes it
sleeps in
nice
the
and
cellar.
cheerful. I'm trying
This
to
guy.
retcon the best I can here, alright?
Yeah, I gathered this was going to be the energy for tonight when we were chatting before.
Oi! Me ma always told me, you build windows, they'll come, laddie.
Oh man.
May have taken it a bit literal.
We might have taken it a bit literal. Anyways. I don't know which. There's 2 windows in the library, but there's also books. I don't want to move the bookshelves, but there's one room in the.
I say we go for this area.
Which
just
is this?
because it's
Okay.
Yeah, on the second floor, since there's only one window that we have to worry about, and there's also a fireplace. So
Okay, and we can
Yeah.
like flip the table over and have a lot of floor space.
yeah, we can just use the table to block the window.
Oh shit, we can.
Yeah, what were you planning?
I wasn't thinking ahead.
Okay.
Fair
Anyway.
enough.
Anyways, I guess we're waking everyone up and moving them to sleep on the floor. We could bring mattresses. We could drag some mattresses over too.
We can bring lots of blankets. And
We're having a proper sleepover.
yeah.
Yeah. So, you guys do that. Arthur, do you consent to your relocation?
If they tell him he should do that, absolutely.
Okay, gotcha. I'll just move things along then. Of course, Crimson Tiger will help you all move Spirit and get everything in there and then block the window.
I will also probably have a head count and then go look for Kai.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. You would. I mean, you check a few rooms. You'd eventually. I'm not going to make you roll investigation. All you got to do is open enough doors, and you will find her.
All right,
So,
Kai, I found you.
well done.
Kai will look up from her book and, I don't know, cinematic purposes, she'll see a shoe in the mirror. And she'll kind of squint. Are you a shoe or a monster?
A shoe closes her eyes. I'm a shoe.
Oh, good. Have you come to stay down here with me?
We are gathering everyone to be in one place for safety.
Oh. Well, I shall remain here.
Why?
I am curious to see if this monster dwells here. So far, it has been uneventful. Except for this book, it is quite good.
So, what will you do if it comes here?
I don't know. I will probably try to analyze it, attack it, scream. Most likely scream. I don't know. Just kind of feel out the situation, I suppose. Boy, that was a scary sting in the music, wasn't it?
I'm sure you'll probably have more visitors, from me, but I will ask again if you could come with us for tonight. I know how much you'd like to investigate, but I think living to see another day might be a little better.
Yes, I suppose it would be. Although my life would just move on to the next form. Ashu, forgive me, but this thing is dangerous, and yes, I am being perhaps very stupid, although once again, nothing has happened thus far, and honestly, I do not think it is interested in me. But I cannot in good conscience sit here and hide, and I've gotten a good night's rest already, so I'm feeling quite alright. I'll be awake anyway.
Well, good night.
Good night, Ashu.
She leaves. Ashu then comes back into the room. With everyone else gathering things and whatnot. And she will just say, I found Kai, and she is very interested in staying in the cellar to encounter the beast.
Fine.
She's on her shit list, it's fine.
Aw, all right, Mom.
Sorry, I just saw Reed spinning for too
Yeah,
long.
no, everyone was spinning around. Also, he's really tiny.
Aww.
Don't worry,
So-
Reed is healthy. Anyways.
Crimson Tiger will stand up and start walking towards the door, and I will watch over her.
Remember, you almost bled to death mere hours ago and should probably get your rest so your body can make more of said blood that you just lost.
He nods. I will sleep next to her. That way, if she's attacked, I'll be there. As you said, I was almost killed. She should not be alone.
I'm too tired for this at this point. I'm just going to sleep.
I would like anyone who is coherent to roll me an insight check.
I would like to do so, please, and thank you. Boop.
Uh-huh.
Nice.
Insight much, Dolma?
Uh-huh.
All right. Well, all of you can tell. There is very, very, very thinly controlled terror in this little halfling. But he's not shaking, and his words are steady, and he walks out of the room.
When he walks out of the room and closes the door, Dolma kind of leans over to Ty and goes, "Is it just me, or did his voice drop like 2 octaves whenever he puts that mask on?"
You should be an actor.
You would only have the one part.
Yeah, but I mean, if you can find enough ways to make that part work, you can make some money.
Trunks.
I love how the tie is not about the art, it's about how much money you could make from it.
Yeah. This is the person who robs graves for money. It's just.
Kai,
Yes.
a few minutes pass and you hear a knock on the door.
Come in.
The door opens and a shirtless Crimson Tiger with his mask on comes in, closes the door behind him. Hello, Kai.
Hello, Crimson Tiger.
I was going to sleep here, if that was all right.
Oh, actually, that would be wonderful. It seems that thing wanted to kill you, so maybe it'll show itself. You're like bait. And she'll motion to the bed.
Yes, that's a good idea.
But
Right.
the Crimson Tiger can handle anything, correct?
Well, I can try.
Very brave. Go, rest. I will be awake.
Okay.
It's been very peaceful down here, and it's quite chilly, which is nice for sleeping.
Tally will crawl into Darian's bed and just go to sleep.
Cool.
So, the rest of you. Do you all catch some Z's? Arthur, I know you're
Yes.
asleep. Arit, I know you're asleep. What about Ty, Dolma, and a shoe?
Dolma has actually written out a list of everyone's names who is currently in the building. She's going to essentially, I don't know if there's like divides in the woods on the table or anything like that she could like stick that in. She's not trying to damage his, not gonna stick a dagger through it or something, but she wants to like pin that up somewhere to make sure that it's visible.
Gotcha. Understood.
And she's going to suggest that she, Ty, and Ashu take turns watching over, essentially, or take watch.
Okay.
If anyone argues, that's
Well, Ashu is the only one who's coherent at the moment.
Yeah. I guess a shoe will generally volunteer.
Okay, so like you guys can divide it up into 3-hour watches. Keep
Yeah.
in mind, or three different watches. Keep in mind it's 4 in the morning.
Yeah.
You guys had slept more or less about 4 to 5 hours. Well, actually, some of you didn't go to bed till late, so especially Kai.
Yeah, I think
So-
Ty and Arit were the two that didn't go to bed till late.
Yeah. So what we can say is, yeah, it's true. Arthur did. I'll say 4 hours. 4 hours is enough time for everyone to. Well, no, because Arit. If you guys want Arit to get a full rest, we'll have to go at least 6 hours.
He is a drow. He will get 4 hours because
no.
of trance.
You are correct. Thank you. I have to remember that. So 4 hours. You guys would need at least 4 hours, so it'd have to be at least until 8 in the morning. So you could just say an hour and a half apiece or something like that.
Okay. Or it can just be 2 hours and Ty can get sleep. Dolma and
Yeah.
Ashu can do that.
Because to be, I guess for Ty kind of already did watch earlier in the night.
That's true.
Yeah. A little bit.
So, who's first, Dolma or Ashu?
A shoe will volunteer.
So then Dolma will lay down with Ty.
All right. Ashu, roll me a perception check.
Cool. Skill. Perception.
Okay. You sit there for 2 hours, keeping watch, staying awake. The night is very quiet, and other than the creaks of the house, you don't hear or see anything. Eventually, after 2 hours pass, Dolma takes your place. Dolma, if you would please, roll me a perception check. Okay. You sit there, keeping watch as best you can, trying to concentrate with the flood of thoughts that must be going through Dolma's head.
Mm-hmm.
Now that you finally have a moment to sit and absorb everything that's happened. But you don't notice anything. No sounds other than the noises of the house. Kai, roll me a
Yes.
perception check, please.
Okay. Perception.
Mm-hmm. All right. You keep your quiet vigil in the cellar. Other than the occasional shuffle of a halfling curling up tighter in blankets, you don't hear or see anything out of the ordinary.
Cool.
So, we'll say 8 a.m., everyone starts waking up. Well enough rested. Except for Spirit, who is out like a light.
Aw.
The only thing of note, too, is Kai, probably close to that 8 a.m. point, Tally would have quietly woken up. And what would Kai be doing at that point?
I think Kai would be like, she'd have like her book up in front of her face, but he would see her just staring at the mirror.
Got you. He would, without a word, get up and take his mask off, which he slept with it on, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And he starts quietly exercising, punching and kicking, stretching, doing exercises of all kinds. And I mean, it's clear that this halfling is definitely young and he's very small, but this is something he has obviously done a lot.
She will like take note of it and like kind of check to make sure he's not like sleepwalking so he doesn't hurt himself even more.
No, his eyes are open. He looks very intensely focused.
Okay, she'll just let him do his thing then.
All right. The rest of you, around 8 a.m., everyone starts kind of coming to. Should I handle this narratively? Is there anything in particular anyone wants to do, or should I move this along a little bit to say breakfast or something?
The only thing that Dolma really wants to do is essentially a roll call to
Gotcha.
make sure that everyone on the list is still here.
Sure. Like a quick poke down in the cellar, you would see Kai staring at a mirror and Tally kicking the air.
Mhm.
Darian is in the kitchen, asleep at the stove.
Oh, Jesus.
Not while cooking, right?
No, the stove's not on.
Okay, that's all that matters.
It's like he started making food, but then just, fell asleep.
Me too often. I wish I was joking. My bed's right next to my kitchen.
Oh.
Toasty.
So, all of you get a long rest. In fact, because this is nifty and I can do it, I'm going to give you all a long rest. You all just got yourselves a long rest.
Yeah.
Whoa. Hold on. Hold your
Including-
horses.
Just for simplicity's sake, if any of you, like Arthur, spent side points, you get all those back. It's fine. All right. So everyone is safe. The morning has arrived. The sun has risen. Spirit will eventually groggily get up and kind of like stretch and go, oh my. Well, where am I?
I can't remember. Did we all sleep like Spirit 2 in the same place?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
all of
but
us.
Crimson Tiger, Innkeeper, and Kai.
Okay.
Because they're rebels. Gotta live on the wild side.
So basically, she wakes up in a dining room with all the windows blocked.
And lots of blankets everywhere.
And this was not where she fell asleep. So she's got that moment of orientation. Disorientation.
Disorientation.
I mean. Yeah.
So Dolma will go over and kneel next to her. We're just in the dining room. Are you all right?
I think so. Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay.
I had the strangest dream.
What about?
Ooh, well, just the little halfling from the general store was. Oh my God, that wasn't a dream. He almost died. Is he okay?
Dolma nods slowly and she'll put a hand on Spirit's shoulder. He's fine. He's downstairs with Kai.
Oh, okay, all right. Oh, right. I was screaming and you all came. Thank you. Thank you for helping me.
Dolma watches her for a moment and kind of there's a moment of uncomfortable silence before she says, "Do you want us to take you home? It might not be safe there right now."
Why wouldn't it be safe? Is someone after me?
And then reminding herself that Spirit doesn't know the shit that she knows. She'll actually look over at a shoe, just kind of like trying to gauge how much we should tell Spirit. Don't want to scare the child.
We will tell you more if it becomes a problem that will be in our hands. But for right now, I believe we are trying to gain aid.
Oh, well, okay. I trust you. Oh, and Arthur, you gave her the bus, did you not?
Yeah.
Yeah. She'll kind of notice it and take it out. Oh, right. This is all so strange. Should I tell Dad? I mean, I don't think he'd believe me.
We can go with you if you'd like, explain some of it.
Oh, I don't know. Dad can be kind of, he can get a temper with, No. I'll explain it to him. Thank you, though. It doesn't seem real, you know? Like, say, oh my God. I've been posting
Squee,
the
what
new
the hell are
song.
you doing?
I've been posting the new song in Criana's in my DM.
Well,
Yeah, I've been trying to figure out
Wondering
why it's not playing.
why it's not playing.
I saw you do it like 2 times, and I'm like, he'll figure it out. And then you did it the 3 times, I'm not figuring it out.
I was thinking maybe this is broken somehow. I don't know.
Squee.
Yeah. Silence! I'm telling a story. And she'll go, I remember what you said, and believe you when you say that he was my dad, but I don't remember him. I don't feel any connection to him. So strange.
For the life of me, I cannot remember. Was Spirit with the group when Dolma said that her brother was also missing?
She was definitely in the room when you talked to everyone, yeah.
Okay. So she'll kind of settle down, fold her legs, and her hands in her lap. I know what you mean. I have an entire journal full of memories that I can't even recall of someone who was meant to be my baby brother, my twin.
Right. I remember. And she kind of nods. I'm sorry for your loss.
Dolma closes her eyes for a moment and gives a half smile as she opens them again. Yeah. It's fine. Because I'm going to cut the heart out of this thing.
I see. I wish I could help, but I just build things. I'm not. Maybe I could build you something. Yeah, that's what I could do. I should get home. I should go home. I should get to work.
Dolma starts to kind of laugh, and then she pauses and looks at Spirit. Could you make something that can silence a song?
Silence a song?
She nods. Just...
She likes thinking back and forth. Oh. I could do something like that. I think.
Dolma nods. If you can make something that can silence it, then we'll be able to fight it, I think.
Silence it.
Sorry, go ahead.
The thing that killed my father. I don't know if I can silence it, but I can keep you from hearing a song. But, I mean, it might keep you from hearing anything.
We have to try.
Right.
Stabs you in the ear.
The dagger comes flying through
This
the
is
window.
the only way.
Spirit!
I pop my own eardrums. God damn it, Ash!
She starts like gathering her things. I need to get to work. I need to get back to the shop.
Are you sure you don't want us to take you?
Oh. Well, maybe just there. Dad can protect me once I get there. He's really strong.
She'll look over at the rest and go, well, shall we go collect our intrepid heroes in the basement?
You can.
Thomas sighs. Yes, I suppose I can.
I'm not entering that basement.
I'll be right back then. and she will start heading down to the basement.
All right. You get to the basement, open the door. You would see Tally doing some sort of weird stretch with he's doing like the Van Damme stretch, like where he's got one
Mhm.
leg on the bed and one leg on like the desk where Kai is looking at the mirror. And he's
She's
just,
more or
like-
less looking at him at this point, I think.
and he's just doing like straight up the Van Damme, just doing like the punches back and forth.
She like starts to say something as she opens the door, and then she just freezes, and whatever she was saying is just completely flown out of her ear as she just stares, mouth slightly open at him, just like,
Oh, hi, Doma, and he'll like jump to the ground. Everyone okay?
"Hi."
Good morning. Did you sleep well?
Yes, I slept fine, and it looks like we aren't missing anyone, so that's a plus for now.
Tally, could you give
Yes?
Dolma and I a moment?
Oh, sure. And he'll pick up his mask, and as he passes Doma, he'll like nod. Hi, good morning, and kind of pass by.
As he's passing, she'll say, "Spirit's up in the on the second floor, if you want to check on her."
Oh, yes, thank you. And he'll start running up the stairs.
Kai will stand up from her seat and kind of place the chair back to its original position, and she'll look to Dalma and basically do like a full-on bow, and she'll say, "I believe I owe you an apology. Probably a few at this point."
She raises a brow at that. Oh.
She straightens up. I have been known to be, I guess the correct word would be a bit impulsive, and with that, I violated your privacy. Forgive me, I have been quite paranoid lately, and I could not stop myself from snooping. She kind of looks around.
Fair enough. This endeavor hasn't really been very kind to any of us, so...
I hope this does not put a damper on our friendship.
Her brow raises higher.
Kai just stares. Like, well, okay then. Awkwardly grabs her book. Should we go with the others?
Yeah, well, technically I volunteered us to escort Spirit back to her home.
Very well. Then let us go escort her.
Let's... and she will start back up the stairs.
Kai will follow. I think they're on good terms now.
The best friends.
When's the wedding?
Hey.
Once they get a shotgun.
She's still...
Ah, yes. And then there will be murder.
All right. So, as everyone's collecting, of course, Darian comes out. I'll need some time to get breakfast ready. I got sidetracked.
That's fine. We're going to be dropping Spirit off at her home for right now. We'll be back in a bit.
Oh, understood. Well, I'll get to work on it then.
By the way, good news. Your room seems to be uneventful. I do not think there is a monster down there for now.
Oh, well, that's a relief, lass. Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't go through my things or anything, did you?
Kai gives a smile and taps her nose and walks out the door. She didn't, by the way, but she's just gonna leave him wondering.
Gotcha. Upstairs, all of you see like Arthur has cleared a spot and has started performing slow martial art movements. I believe one might call them akata.
Yeah.
He knows kung fu.
Yeah. It's basically like Tai Chi. Slow movements, stuff like that. It's his morning routine.
Aww.
And
just punching the air.
Yeah.
So, and eventually Tally will like burst in. Hi, everyone. Dolma said that you guys were all up here. I mean, obviously you were up here. I knew that because I was up here too.
Yes.
He just kind of like loses his train of thought, and then he goes, "Oh, are you okay, Spirit?" And like Spirit, who's like packing up, like, what? Oh, yes, thank you. Oh, I'm sorry. Thank you for last night. Oh, it was. And I'm not going to play out the whole conversation, but it's like an awkward. Thank you. No problem. It's fine. It's totally fine. But you almost died. Oh, it wasn't that bad. You know, like that kind of conversation. They're both not very good at talking to people. But to spare me the having to act all that out.
No, let's see it. Let's see it.
No. My game, my rules. No.
Oh, I didn't realize I was talking to a cheap.
Who do you think I am?
Smack that bird.
McFly. You all get ready, and she gets packed up, and you're all ready to take her. So, is there anyone who would be staying behind?
Mm-mm.
All right. I'll just cover this quickly. You're able to walk her home through the mist, and when you get to the steam and steel, you don't. It's early, but you still hear hammering in the forge, and you can already see the warm glow of the fire. As you get there, she turns and waves to you all and says, "Well, I'll get to work right away, and I'll come get you if I find anything." Be careful.
Dolma nods, and one last time she'll say, "Really, Spirit, if you want us to help, or me to help."
And you hear, like, she said, I'll stay with her.
I meant more with explaining things to her father, but you should
Spirit,
probably stay
like,
either way.
Spirit shakes her head. No. I think it'd be best only coming from me. He gets a little fiery when he hears things he doesn't like.
Looks at Tally, still has no shirt.
No shirt.
No shirt.
Spent the
None.
night together.
Yeah.
Yeah, thinking like, I can help. Looks at shirtless boy. Well, I don't think that's gonna help, Matt.
Dolma looks
Which
over at him
shirtless
just
boy?
like, Jesus. Yeah, Dolma looks over at Tally and goes, "Do you want a vest or something?"
What? Oh, I forgot. I didn't really wear a lot of clothes where I came from. I guess I get kind of used to it. I don't really. He starts like patting his pockets like that's going to have
Jesus
something.
Christ. Yeah, she'll shrug off us and hand it over. It's probably like 2 sizes too big.
Wait,
but
2 sizes? He's like the size of a 10-year-old.
It's fucking huge on him, but you know what? It's something.
Yeah.
Still
He'll,
shows his nipples.
He'll wrap it around well enough, and it goes, I'll just make a trip near home, eventually, and grab something. But, right, buddy system. And he'll look at Spirit. I should, if it's okay, just hang out with you, for now, until we're sure, until we go get the thing. And she nods. Oh, okay. Sure. Before you go, come see me, okay? I'll have something for you. I promise.
Dolma nods, and she'll look at everyone else.
What is she making for us? Kai will look around confused.
Something to stop the song, hopefully. Maybe stop us from hearing it. I don't know.
That is a very good idea. That's all. And she'll, dismiss everyone from looking at her.
We've always stuffed moss in our ears.
Okay, Odysseus.
With that, Spirit turns around and starts running, towards the shop. Mr. Audington! Mr. Audington! And you see, a small clockwork mechanical otter roll out of the furnace.
Oh.
Kind of take 2 steps and then just lay down. Without missing a beat, she runs by, picks it up, and goes into the steam and steel with Tally close behind.
Kai will visibly awe at that. Aww.
Gee whiz, I sure hope her inventions work.
Did God say that?
God said that.
I was gonna respond in character, and then I realized I'm like, wait a minute.
Wait a second, who was that? False Hydra!
I'm sorry, guys! I picture you, that's the False Hydra voice. Sorry about that, guys!
You know,
Oh god, False
I think
Hydra sounds like Bobcat.
I think it might even be a picture of a Hydra, but it's like some 3-headed dragon monster where 2 of them look scary and then the third one's just Doofus face. I was just imagining the Doofus face one poking over the head.
Yeah, that's Ghidorah from... If I recall correctly, it's Ghidorah from Godzilla.
I'm gonna eat one of you now!
Thanks for the meats! Hope you don't mind losing memories of your loved ones!
We are totally...
No, I'm okay with losing my memory now.
Damn.
We are totally assassinating this very creepy creature.
Yeah, well, I mean, we're just, yeah.
Oh, don't worry. We'll panic when we actually see it.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's going to be terrifying. I was honestly, butt clenched the entire night, hoping that that Kai wouldn't encounter it, because I know that would be the end.
It would be really bad.
It would be very bad, but gotta
I
follow her
cannot
heart.
heal anymore. Please.
Please, I'm cut in half. Please, just heal it.
No one would remember to come check on you.
Maybe check on Tally, though.
Yeah.
Unless he ate him, too, and then
And wonder why the hell he slept alone in the basement. Yeah, that's weird.
That's weird. Why would Tally do that?
All right. So, the day is young, my adventurers. What would you like to do?
Well, I suppose we should go visit the one place at a reasonable fucking time.
Which one? The inn or the harbor?
No, the fucking
Black people?
with the
Whoa! Whoa!
The black staff!
He meant the black
You can't say that!
Demonetize. We don't even monetize our videos anyways.
YouTube's still gonna make a point of it.
Yeah. Emerald Enclave.
The Black Staff or the Emerald Enclave.
Can I just point out it's 8 in the morning? Who here has even eaten yet?
Oh yeah,
None
we
of
didn't
us.
go.
Oh,
yeah, we should probably eat the
Oh.
innkeeper's food since we're
All
gonna abandon him.
So to save you guys headache for it, you can uneventfully, nothing of event will happen. You can go back. You have a hearty meal of sausages and eggs.
Yum.
I would say toast, but there's no toasters. It's just bread,
You'd
like
like
warm
frying
bread.
You
pan.
can
it.
fry it.
You guys are starting. Okay, now you guys are getting entitled. All right, you're getting warm bread with butter,
I'm so-
sausage, and some eggs.
Listen, we've destroyed this guy's inn. We deserve toast.
I like how sausages and eggs are the basic thing, but bread, which is a common dish in every single culture throughout time, that's the entitled
Oh,
one.
man. You're gonna get like what I used to eat at my grandpa's house when I was a kid for breakfast: sausage and French fries.
Ooh,
Oh,
my
no.
god.
yum.
Best
No.
breakfasts ever.
Yummy.
Oh, so good.
No.
I mean, that's the same thing as sausage and tater tots.
Yeah.
No,
Oh, I
it's
fucking
not.
love
But
tater
it's French.
tots. Mm.
Anyway, he comes in with Sonic. But, yes, Arthur.
So it's sausage,
Mm-hmm.
bread and butter, and what?
And
Eggs.
Eggs.
Oh boy. So Arthur's gonna have a bunch of bread and butter, guys.
hey, it's a very French breakfast.
Yes. Is there any fruit?
Yes, there would definitely be fruit.
Then Arthur is going to eat specifically just fruit, bread, and toast. That's it.
Kai would be just digging into that sausage.
It was
you can
just
have
a quick
Arthur's
aside.
sausage.
He would
Quick
eat it.
aside. One of the biggest culture shocks I had when we went to Paris was we paid for the breakfast buffet, and like in America, a hotel breakfast buffet is like what we think of, sausage, eggs, pancakes, etc. And I go down there, and there's just nothing but croissants and toast and jelly and jams, which, by the way, was amazing. But I was just like, oh, this is so not what I was expecting.
Yeah.
That's
I mean,
what I was expecting when I
don't
went to
get me-
France.
Don't get me wrong, it was amazing, but very not what I was expecting being an American. But yes, so you guys are able to eat your breakfast and discuss your next plans. What are your plans?
Find a new place to sleep at nights. We don't have creepy monsters staring at us through the window anymore.
Yes, so my suggestion is that we go to the Emerald Enclave because it's closer, and then we can go to the Blackstaff to see what the fuck they know, possibly, about this shit that's going on.
The Blackstaff seems to be the best option.
Mm.
Kai would be more inclined to continue staying at the Mundane Inn. I know that's not we're talking about right now, but she's just saying for when we sleep.
Right.
Okay. I don't personally care. I would not mind staying at the Emerald Enclave if you guys want.
I
As
think
like-
we are assuming that we're even going to get to sleep there with
Yeah,
everyone.
she was gonna say we should probably go before we even go. Hey, can we sleep here? We should probably do their quest.
yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Oh, I thought I was saying, like, I think you guys are assuming we're all going to survive to go to sleep.
Oh god.
Also, that.
I mean, he was alone in the room for a while. He could have been spirited away, replaced with a
This is
false
a movie.
hydra.
I don't think they're replaced. Whoa. Wow. You guys are in a
Yeah,
lot
no.
of trouble if every person they kill is replaced with a false hydra.
No, fuck.
Hey guys, it's me or me.
I think
I
it
think
might
we-
be a little too early to figure out where we sleep tonight since we're not even sure what's going to happen for the rest of the day.
Yeah,
I was
Yeah.
gonna say
What
if you
Pip
guys
said.
are openly talk about changing inns, Kai would put up a fight. But if that doesn't seem quite important right now to figure out.
No, let's go talk to the Black Staff, and then, depending on how that goes, try and head down to the harbor and do some quests there. And get some points up so we can actually talk to people and they don't just throw us out on our butts.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, so then Black Staff and then Harbor.
Yeah.
All right. You guys make your way through the town, through Averton, and up to the palace grounds and past the palace. You pass a couple of guards, but no one seems to bother you. This time of morning, it's probably 9 by now, maybe 9:30. This time of morning, there's enough people coming to and fro that no one's really stopped or bothered. You pass House Fortruve, and you see a blonde-haired lead actor sitting outside the jail door with a lute.
Sitting outside.
Mm-hmm. Seems to be nodding off, sleeping. Looks like he hasn't changed clothes in a while.
Dedication, man.
Damn.
Jeez.
Seriously.
Hey, when you're in love, you're in love. That's all I got to say about it. It's Criana, not Kai.
I mean, Mackenzie's thought was we should just throw him at the hydra.
Oh my god!
Wow.
Jesus.
Wow, I didn't think
Fucking
I don't believe in love.
I didn't think his performance was that bad. Jeez.
You make your way to the Mage Academy, and you knock on the door, of course, and much like last time, give me a second here. The door opens, and Blindbit, who you now know as Blindbit's spirit, it's Blindbit Dumblethorpe's spirit's sister, opens the door and pushes her spectacles up, and she kind of sees you guys and goes, "Oh, hello again. Sorry, we don't have anything for you at the moment, but I appreciate you coming by to check."
We have more information, and she takes out a tube, pops it open, and slides out a roll of paper. I have this to investigate. I think it might pertain with the portal.
You smart bastard.
Oh. Please come in. That's like her entire demeanor of one that was almost like half dismissive, like half ready to usher you guys out, just completely changes as she guides you all in. Please, this way. And she'll take you to the center of the tower. And you can see you haven't been here before, because when you've come in, you've normally just gone up the stairs to talk to the Black Staff. But she actually takes you to the first floor, into the center of it, and you can see the staircase winding around you up and up and up. But in the first floor, in this large area, is what it looks to be a giant library. And you see for the first time several mages in training robes walking around, as this is actually the academy. And you see in some sections there looks like classrooms where wizards, I say you're giving lessons, but not classrooms in the traditional sense, not what you're thinking. It's not like there's hundreds of wannabe wizards. It's more like a mage talking to 3 prospective students. You know what I mean? And she'll take you to a relatively quiet office at the back of the library. And she'll usher you in and say, please, have a seat. So, this piece of paper, you think that has to do with the portal?
Well, there's a lot to unpack with this, but I have a suspicion that there might be an interdimensional beast within the lower city.
She looks up. I'm sorry, what?
I think something got through the portal.
Oh. We considered that, of course, but we hadn't found any evidence yet. What makes you think this?
Well, there's been a lot of strange occurrences. And she will... actually, I should probably just continue role-playing this. There seems to be a very interesting theory about what we've been encountering. People have been going missing, and at the same time, everyone has lost a memory of them within proximity of a location.
Wait. So you're saying that if someone's attacked, everyone else loses the memory of whoever this person was?
Yes.
Everyone, not just one or two people, everyone.
Everyone within an area.
That
Outside of it, who they've met and interacted with, they remember them.
an area of effect. But an area of effect spell that makes people forget. I've never heard of such a thing.
Specific people, too. Ones that have disappeared. And it is believed to be a beast. One of legend, of myth, that I haven't even heard of. I've been informed that there's something called an... Was it
Hydra?
Anti-hydra, thank you.
A false hydra.
False hydra.
False hydra. I've never heard of that.
Me
But if
neither.
it is something from that portal, then it's, well, very rare, to say the least.
And I come here with this, and she takes out the paper with a dotted, however large, blot of blood on it.
She looks at it and takes it. Is this blood?
A friend of mine seemed to have mimicked something of the legend of being able to see it through a mirror, and chucked a dagger through a window. I found this.
I see. Unfortunately, it's not enough to do a locate creature. But, She starts, studying it. It's very odd. So, theoretically, let's speak hypothetically here. Say there's a creature that came from the portal, made its way into town, and now it's preying on people. But everyone it preys on is forgotten. But that's fine. As long as we know it's there, we just hunt it down, even if we have to look in every house.
Well, it seems that, from what I can tell, I'm not quite sure exactly how it particularly works, but even seeming to encounter it, glance at it, seems to make you forget that it even exists.
What?
Dolma shakes her head. It's not looking at it, it's the song.
I have a few theories. There's something with the audio that I've heard about. Sorry. Hearing it seems to make you forget specific things. People, and very specifically it. But a friend of mine seemed to throw a dagger through a window and immediately forgot what she was doing. None of us actually seem to have forgotten her throwing a dagger through a window, but she did.
I see. So you're thinking perhaps it has more to do than a song, or nothing to do at all. Seeing it makes you forget it. Or seeing it or hearing the song makes you forget anything that has to directly deal with it.
Yes.
This is fascinating. I should look into this. I've never heard of it, but she motions around. We have one of the largest libraries in the land. Maybe some book here has information on it. There's plenty of mages that studied the more unsavory realms. We should also inform the families. Do we know who's been affected by this?
We only could encounter two that we even had the faintest clue what happened.
I see. Well, tell me what you can of them. And she takes out a sheet of paper and a quill.
Kai will kind of raise a hand and say, Well, why don't you tell us about your family first?
She stops and looks up. What?
Just humor me for a second. Can you tell me about your family?
Why do you want to know about my family?
You are related to Spirit, correct?
What happened to Spirit?
Well, you remember Spirit, so she is all right. Tell me more about your family, please. It's
Who
important.
was attacked? She starts getting very anxious.
Who do
Was
you
it our
remember?
parents? Remember, Spirit and our fathers. Avery and
Fathers?
Emmerich. Yes. Are you saying... Oh no.
As far as our particular memories go, there is one father. But that is one of the two that we suspect existed.
Who? Who do you remember?
Fire Ganassi.
Don't remember Avery?
Unfortunately, we do not.
That's not possible. This isn't happening.
I worry if you were to go into that area, would you still remember your other father, or would you lose it as well? Spirit did not seem to recall having more than one father.
And if you would like to speak with her about this, make sure she meets you here. As I said, there's an area, and it looks like this far into the city, it has not been.
Is there room for her and your other father to stay here?
As you guys are saying this, she seems to be not comprehending, staring off into nothingness in pure shock.
Kai will give her as much time as she needs.
Eventually, she kind of like comes back. Oh, sorry. I must have spaced out. Yes, if what you say is true, I can't go to them.
We can send them here, though, if you would like.
She nods. Hang on one second, guys. Sorry about that. She goes, well, we can't, I don't think I have enough pull to allow them to stay here. Maybe I can arrange for something. I'm sorry. You'll have to excuse me. I need to look into this. I need to figure out what's happening. Are you sure? Are you sure?
As a memory-altering event has happened, all of our minds have been altered. We're not sure of most things, including, she looks over at Dolma. We suspect that there might be also a brother of one of our companions missing, who may or may not exist. We have a stake in this too, as much as you do.
Okay. I'll contact the Black Staff. She should assign someone to investigate this, even if they don't turn anything up. You never know.
I suggest, whoever it might be, any staff that is deaf might be most valuable.
She nods. And it should also be someone who's not familiar with that part of town or any people in it. The last thing we want to do is make them lose their memory of someone important. Oh, Spirit. Yes, Ty?
Ty is going to speak up and be like, also, maybe prepare. When we were talking to the person who informed us about the false hydra, they mentioned a spell restoration. Was that what it was called?
Greater restoration.
Yeah. That was in character too.
Yeah.
That as a way to maybe help, maybe, I don't know how spells really work, but maybe somehow prepare that for the people once they come back.
She kind of thinks for a second, and then pushes her spectacles up. Well, that's more of a cleric's domain than ours, but I think I understand the principle of it. If for example, if I were to use a spell to modify your memory, the only way to get it back would be a greater restoration. We can talk to some of the temples, see what we can do.
We haven't tested this out yet to see how valid that information is, but
Who told you this?
It was Sheem.
Kai. Ty is covering Kai's mouth the second she hears a noise from you.
Or it says it was she.
I will move her Tyburn's hand. That I am curious. You have never heard of this creature, but Sheem has.
You mean the dark elf diplomat in the past?
Yes, that one.
The
We
bitch.
spoke with her Kai like touches her mouth like, did I just say that? No. Kai will.
That was out of
Kai
character,
will,
sorry.
I would imagine.
Kai will take a deep breath. I'm curious as to where she got her knowledge if you are not familiar with such a creature.
I see. I do not know anything about Sheem, but I can make some discreet inquiries. It is touchy. One should not insult a diplomat.
No, you shouldn't. But I can. And Kai will give her a smile.
Well, then it would be in our best interest to ask her how she knows this.
Very well. Next time I see her, which unfortunately I'm sure will happen, I will try to figure out where she got her knowledge.
Wait. You might be able to get in touch with some people that we can't get in touch with, correct, Blindbit?
Not me, but I mean...
You know who would be able to, let's say, deliver a message to...
Well, Vajra has considerable pull. Who are you trying to deliver a message to?
My brother,
Who's your brother?
Kip.
Kip? Lady Celine's bodyguard?
Yes.
You're the brother of Kip.
Yes.
Kip.
The dragon Kip, yes.
She, blushes a little bit. Oh, I didn't know. Wow. So, you wanted me to meet him?
I wanted you to deliver a message.
Deliver a message? He's a looker. What do you want? He is a charismatic bodyguard to the queen, and he looks like an angel.
Kai will see this as a friendly rivalry. She does not seem angry.
Maybe we don't need to try and figure that out. Maybe that might help Kip and Celine figure out what Sheem's deal is.
Oh. What?
No, he was turning to the rest of the party and saying that.
I'm guessing this is in Elvish.
Yes.
Can you repeat it? I'm sorry.
Maybe we don't need to interrogate Sheem about why she knows this. Maybe it would be best if we just told my brother, and my aunt.
So just be like, yo, we talked to Sheem and she told us information about this. Also, so this might be happening, just so you know. Without it
Yes.
actually being accusing. I'm okay with that.
To be fair, I think Sheem would tell some sort of story to Celine and Kip. So I guess giving our side would be very helpful.
Probably, yeah.
What a wonderful idea, Arthur. And she'll give him a pat on the back and a smile.
I suppose Vadra would have that kind of pull. I can see.
Do you have...
She'll start writing down furiously, or she'll stop and she'll...
No. I must write it. Unless you understand how to write Dragonborn. Or understand how to write Draconic. Sorry.
She puts the quill down, and suddenly, like, a little bit of pride, or hurt pride, comes in. Of the 7 languages I know, no, I have not learned that one yet. And she'll, like, slide the sheet of paper over to Arthur.
I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. So, right, it makes sense to speak Draconic with your brother.
If you want to learn, I can teach you someday.
No, this is not... And she, like, shakes her head. This isn't the time.
Well,
I have
he's
to
gonna
figure
be...
out...
Sorry.
I need to focus. We need to figure out this threat.
Yes. I'm personally concerned about the welfare of the entirety of that area. We foolishly tried to contact Lady Celine because that's what I felt that we were all striving for. Is there any way to not speak with her or anything like that? But is there any way to... Is there even like an evacuation plan? Any sort of quiet exodus?
Evacuation plan?
Could we do like a fake gas leak? Something that would need to clear out the area just so that no one else can get hurt. That is sort of my biggest worry.
I don't know. I'm just an assistant. I can speak with Vadra about that and see what she says. And you guys hear, speak to me about what now? And you see, like, Vadra's like, she was walking past and then just, like, sticks her head back in. Oh, you all. Hello. No new news on the portal.
We have some news, maybe with this particular portal. And it seems to be dire.
To save you guys all trouble, like, in a rush, Blinbit just starts recanting everything. Only pausing when she mentions that her father may have been a victim. Blackstaff comes in, closes the door as she's listening to this, and leans up against it. And when Blinbit's done, Vadra shakes her head. I've never heard of such a thing. False hydra, you called it?
As the name that we were told.
She nods, told by Sheem. Well, she always struck me as cold, but intelligent. I would be curious where she's heard of this. And Blind was like, we were thinking that maybe we could send someone to investigate, a member of the guard, someone who doesn't really know that area of town. They were asking about maybe some sort of evacuation plan or something. And Vadra holds up her hand. We would have to confirm the threat before we could even talk about moving people. And unless you guys can think of a way of confirming something that we can't remember, nor can we remember those who it kills, it's going to be very difficult to do.
Blood?
Have you seen a copious amount of blood anywhere?
Define copious, and then Kai will look over at a shoe.
Enough to not be discounted, that can't be discounted by a bar fight.
Kai's just looking at a shoe at this point.
Yeah, Dulma looks over.
I've seen some bloody bar fights, not that much. But then again, any amount of blood that large would probably kill somebody.
Vadra nods and leans back against the door. Here's what we're up against. If we wanted to evacuate that part of the town, we would have to prove that it was necessary. Otherwise, we would be causing a public hazard for no reason. It's not that I don't trust you, but we need evidence. That's how we operate. And the problem is that this being cannot be seen, at least by any means that we know at the moment. And anyone that it kills, people forget, which means questioning people would be almost useless to us. So we have to find a way to prove a monster that we cannot see and that we cannot trust that people would even remember exists. And until we find a way to do that, I don't see me getting authorization to order some sort of evacuation. Hell, I'd had a hard enough time getting the guard just to investigate it. I'd literally just have to tell them to do it, which I will, of course.
Investigating, or not investigating, evacuating the area might also move it. It's going to follow its meal, take away its food. Why would it stay?
That is a fair point. Yes, better to track it down, hunt it, and kill it. Unfortunately, I'm in a bit of a bind here. She opens her hands. I could move the whole city guard to start looking for this thing, and I have half a mind to do so, as discreetly as I can, but the truth of the matter is, I have no confidence in their ability to find it. Not that they're not good soldiers, but they are simply soldiers. This might take something with a bit more arcane touch.
What did you
Tell
have
me.
in mind?
Well, I'm curious. What are your plans?
Survive.
We're
Make
taking a lot of
friends.
this one step at a time, but I think our general goal, at least a chunk of us, we'd also like to see this taken down.
I would like to see what it looks like. Personally, Kai kind of shrugs, looking at the rest of the group. Did Tyburn talk about how she's... No, wait, she hasn't technically seen it. She's only...
She doesn't remember that she's seen it. She has suspicion based off of what we know about the mirrors and where she's been kind of standing in between mirrors and windows when weird shit has happened. I don't know why she keeps doing this.
So, has she talked about how she expects she might have seen it, or out loud, or is this...
in the conversation with Sheem, I think might have, but that's about it.
Okay. Then, no, okay, that's it.
Well, perhaps I could make this a job of sorts, if you're willing. Yes, Dolma.
Dulma is going to... essentially, she says, do you know any clerics that would be able to cast Greater Restoration that would be on this side of the river?
Yes. The Temple of the Gods. You'll find all kinds of clerics there.
And do you know if they would charge anything for it? I'm guessing they would, but...
They would normally. However, if this is involved in an investigation, I can sanction them to do so. What do you have in mind?
She looks over at Ty and says, something tells me that at least Ty and I have seen it. Or at least
Good.
have
You too.
interacted with it somehow.
She like completely cuts you off. Good. You two, come with me now. We're
Oh.
going.
Okay.
She just like sputters a little bit, like, oh. Alright.
She'll turn around and start heading to the door. And as she's turning, she goes, "Blinbit, find me a way to prove this thing exists." Okay. And then she'll open the door.
Should we just stay here, or are we coming with you? Kai kind of like motions to the rest of the group. What do you want us to just hang out, or what are we doing?
She looks at you. She goes, "I can't tell you what to do. You're not Grey Hands yet." And she walks out the door.
As Ty and Dome are probably looking at each other going, "You're telling us what to do?"
Yeah.
Kai will shrug then and just follow them.
But she did have a bit of a grin when she goes, "Yet," and then walks out the door.
Ray just
Oh,
thinks
I
like,
like
man,
her.
everyone is very pushy around here. Just like, you follow me, go ahead.
Is this New York?
So, Ashu will stand up. It looks like we're taking our leave very quickly.
I'm not done. Dude,
Okay. Ashu sits back down.
listen, should I mention the blood sample or should I leave that off? What do you want to do?
I showed them the blood.
Oh,
No,
she's
I
talking
mean-
about the letter.
In the letter.
For Kit.
Yeah.
Oh,
Do you want me to mention it to Kip or no?
I mean, mention the blood in the letter? Yeah, sure.
Okay. And he's going to mention that and finish it off. So, like we put in chat, Squee, we're basically
Yes.
going to go over everything.
Understood.
And yeah.
Make it as least antagonizing to Sheem as possible.
Yeah.
Understood.
Because
Sadly.
especially, yeah, at least this is from Arthur, who's the one that's shown the least hostility to her.
Right.
Mhm.
So it wouldn't feel unnatural, but
Yeah.
Gotcha.
And he's
Gotta
gonna
I'll,
whichever.
he's gonna finish it off with hope everything is well.
And while you're finishing that off, you, Blinbit would actually look at Ashu. Ashu, do you mind staying here with me? You definitely have a head on your shoulders, and I could use the help.
I do not want to leave my friends alone. So as long as there's not one going off on their own, I think they'll be fine.
So Dulma and Ty are going with Blackstaff. Where are Orit and Kai going?
Oh, Kai already followed the
Gotcha.
black staff, yeah.
So Orit, you're going with them as well?
Yep.
All right. So they're all going together. Arthur, what are your intentions when you're done?
He's gonna try and give the letter to Miss Leader of the Blackstaff and ask her to pass that over to Kip.
Got you. So you'll go after them. You can like run her down and
Yeah.
do you want to go with them to the Temple of the Gods, or do you want to stay with Ashu? Or
Honestly, it's probably best for the bodyguard to stay with the charge.
yeah, you know, that's a very
What?
good point.
Oh yeah, I forgot that bit.
I forgot that part too. It's like, I'd be a really poor bodyguard if I just see ya.
Yeah, Kip didn't teach him how to be a good bodyguard.
So,
That's assuming Kip's a good bodyguard.
So let's cover this real quick first. Ashu and Arthur, Blinbit would be poring over books. She would direct a few underlings, like lesser mages, to go hunt for any book of anything having to do with a false hydra, while she and you works with you to try and find a way to somehow prove that the thing exists, like some way to find evidence. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So she would basically sit there and just with Ashu and Arthur just throw ideas back and forth. There's two ways we can do this. If you as players actually have any ideas, by all means, that would be considered as the player. We could also roll like an intelligence check with advantage to see if the little think tank can come up with something.
The closest thing me, the player, can come up with in my brain-addled state is... what do they do, a census?
Yeah. They have
Like how
to.
many people are in every... How often do they do that?
Probably... what would be every 5 years or so? At least every 10.
That's not going to work. Like, at all. Because this potentially has been here for 1 year. So, no. I'll just do the roll.
Okay.
So we're here to just try to prove this thing exists. So do you mean like
find a way to prove it? Yeah.
Find a way to prove that it exists?
Because obviously testimony doesn't work. Hunting for it would be very difficult. Maybe there's another way to prove that if not it exists, that something's happening, that something's wrong, something to give her an excuse to get people out of there.
Is there
again? Gosh darn it! Sorry.
What?
I put the song back in Criana's. She keeps sending me artwork, and I keep not tabbing back over.
So do we come up with an idea with here, or can we actually like technically say like we want to go here and do something? Or does it have to be like
no? However, if you think that like I much prefer player input. So if you think that there's something you need to do or somewhere you need to go to investigate something, by all means.
Well, so the best thing that I can really come up with this is the absence of memory. So we already generally know that two people exist. Now, mind you, I'm not quite sure if really anyone would know Dolma's brother, but a smith shop owner might actually be somebody that people might know even outside the city.
Advertisements as well.
Absolutely. Okay.
So, basically being able to kind of find a proximity or basically like a range of people who know the shopkeep and then who just doesn't know the shopkeep.
And Blinbit would say, that is possible, we could probably do that, but we'd have to prove more than just one person went missing, otherwise it wouldn't be considered that big of a threat. I'm sorry to say, but especially about my own father, but people are murdered.
That is still a good idea for if we want to figure out the range. I think.
Yeah, absolutely. It would help you find the range. Do you guys want to go ahead and roll as well?
Gosh, just made a really good point in the PSYLP chat.
Are there any marriage records?
Legal documents, they have to go through a lot of loopholes.
Yeah, but that's still, like, again, it still boils down to, even if we have a whole bunch of information that people forgot this one person, it's not going to...
It has been around for a long time. If they ask people who all lives in one place... I was just thinking.
Well, and since you guys are very much on a good track, why just search for one person?
There must be other people who are missing. This thing's been around for a while.
Well, a while
This
as
is just
in
something we know.
probably a year, because that's when the portal opened, as far as we know. That's how long Holly has been closing it.
So there are, if not a census, there are other things that would be taken at the very least yearly, like tax records.
Oh, absolutely,
Rent.
tax records. Fuck.
Sorry,
could
I
go-
was helping because you guys. So I'm not even gonna make you roll because if you had rolled well, that's what you would have got to. But you guys were already there. You were just, yeah. No, there's definitely documentation like tax records, especially also people who have purchased homes, marriage licenses. If you pull enough of that together and prove that, look, there's this many people that no one remembers, that would be really good evidence that if this thing doesn't exist, at the very least, that something funky
is
going
happening.
on. Yeah.
Yeah.
It might
Would
not be enough
we-
for evacuation, but it'd be a good foundation.
Yes. Would we be able to have the town guard do that for us, or would we have to do that ourselves?
No. You could definitely, Blindbit could get a jump on it. Like, so I imagine the way it working out is, you know, you guys are throwing ideas back and forth. Maybe Arthur says the idea of the census, and Blindbit's like, no, that's too long. But, like taxes. Like, you guys are all like getting the ideas, and then marriage records, and so, and when you guys get that idea, she would get people on it immediately.
Okay.
And
perfect.
what they'll do is they'll have someone go investigate, but instead of just investigating for a monster, they're going to investigate
People.
how off these records are all of a sudden. Right.
Mhm.
It would still take time, though. It's not something that can be done immediately, but they're jumping on it immediately.
Historians spend their
Um,
entire life going through census records.
So, no, that's that. So I'll be honest with you guys, as a DM, that was the only way I could possibly think of it, and you guys pretty much hit it on the head, because I can't think of another way.
Yeah.
It's a really hard thing to prove. That's why it's been around
It's-
for a year.
It's really
Yeah.
hard to prove the two people that we supposedly knew existed,
Mm-hmm.
but if there are multiple people missing and it's a city,
Yep.
I figured that there must be records somewhere.
So, let us jump over to the other group.
While you do that, I'll be right back.
All right. You guys make your way to the Temple of the Gods, which you've passed on several occasions, but you've never been inside. But it is a very large and lavish temple with many different sections, all pertaining to the major goodly pantheons. Obviously, there's no section for the god of murder or Shar, the mistress of night or whatnot. But many of them, like Bahamut and Saloon, you can find. And the Black Staff walks right through them and walks up to a cleric in the section of the Bahamut paladins and clerics. And she will walk right up to one of them, and she will say, give me a second here. Did I not name them? No, surely I named them.
Don't admit that out loud.
No. She walks up and she goes, Arabella, I need your help. And this person who looks more like a surgeon than anything turns around. And let's see here. She's wearing an apron that sorry, I'm pulling up something, so it's not coming. Where are you?
Oh no. Everybody run.
There it is. All right. A woman turns around wearing what looks more like a surgeon's outfit than a cleric's outfit. She has several vials and needles and scrolls tucked away, and she turns around and she goes, Badra, it's been a while. What can I do for you? I need you to cast Restoration, if you can, on these girls. And she'll look at them. And she'll come straight over to Dolma. And Dolma, without even asking, no nonsense, she just starts, giving you a physical checkup, opening your mouth, looking in your ears. Do you like protest or?
Yeah, as soon as she goes for her mouth, Dolma like jerks back, like, I'm not safe.
I'll be the judge of that. And she like goes to open your mouth again.
She jerks back again.
And she like turned back to Vadra, and Vadra's like, no, her memories, Arabella, her memories have been lost. Oh, well, that's a fairly simple matter. Come here, come. And she like just like motions for you to come closer.
There's like a couple of seconds where Dolma's like still half leaning back, and she looks over at Vadra, is it?
Yeah.
And there's just such a giant question mark on her face.
In here, let me go ahead and pull her up while we're here. Vadra just looks at you for a second, not understanding, and then, well, go on.
She'll sigh and take a step forward, kind of side-eyeing the woman.
And she will go to you and place her hands on either side of your head. And she will pray and cast greater restoration. Now, Dolma, a flood of memories come back to you. You find yourself sitting in your room, writing in your journal, when your brother comes up to you. And we're going to actually roleplay this a bit, if you will go with me.
No, I didn't come here to roleplay. Fine.
Delma, would you mind if we went for a walk? I wanted to talk to you.
Does it have to be now?
Yeah, I'd sleep better if we could talk.
She sighs kind of overly dramatically and looks down at her page, finishes the sentence, and she blows lightly on the ink and closes the journal, and she puts it away in her bag. All right, I suppose if it'll make you feel better. She sticks her bottom lip out, just like, poor baby.
Ha ha. And he'll wait for you to finish, and you guys will go down the stairs. You would, of course, tell Ty, who obviously is in the room, something about, so Ty would have known that you were going to go on a walk with your brother. Which is probably not unusual, probably something that happens on a regular basis.
I think I was asleep.
No, because you did remember that that Dolma went for a walk, and for whatever reason, you were okay not going with her.
I think I was asleep. Oh no, they woke me up and then I went back.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's what it was.
Because I specifically told you that you knew she went for a walk by herself, and for whatever reason, you didn't go with her, and you were okay with
I
that.
just remember the sleep part.
So you let Ty know you'll be back.
Yep. She'll sling an arm around Fulma's shoulders. All right, let's go.
And you guys make your way down out of the inn. And give me a second here as I pull this up. Hey, there you go. I have a picture for you all.
A picture?
A picture.
What?
You make your way out of the inn and start taking a walk down the street. And you start walking, and once you've gotten a little away from the inn, Falma goes, I've been meaning to talk to you for a while, but, well, it's been a crazy few days, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has.
How are you doing? We learned a lot of stuff today, especially that, well, someone we thought was our friend. How are you?
She's quiet for a moment, kind of. Her jaw flexes and she presses her lips together. Well, if anything, it's certainly given me a very good reason to keep going beyond Ty's mission.
I can see that. Speaking of Ty, I wanted to speak to you about her. And you guys are walking down the street, and maybe subconsciously, or maybe because it's Fulma, but you're walking towards the church, this shrine of Saloon, where you would remember this was where Shu went and donated the opera tickets. And actually, on your first night when you went to the opera, they were outside giving healing spells to any who needed it.
Mm-hmm.
And he's walking towards there, and he says, I'm a little worried. I know she means a lot to you, but, well, I've been noticing things, Dolma. Small things.
She stops in her tracks and pulls her arm away. And what exactly is that supposed to mean?
But don't get defensive. I know you know that I've had my reservations about her. I worry. But it's just small things. Like when she hugs you, when you touch her. I noticed that... Dolma, roll me a perception check.
Perception, you said?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
You guys were just passing the shrine. And as he says, I noticed that... And then it happens. A face comes out from above your heads. A face that looks like this. Huge. The face is almost as big as half of Fulma, and it comes down and bites into him. There's a scream of terror and pain as blood spurts, as grinding teeth begin to drag Fulma. And you turn around and you see this face with eyes that are black, pitless, and seem to have black vapors rising out from them, attached to an impossibly long, leathery neck that is coming from the window of the shrine of Saloon. It is dragging Fulma, who is screaming and kicking. It chomps down on Fulma. And you see his body stop moving. Dolma, in terror and rage and anger, you run after it, screaming. It retreats. It pulls its body inside the church. And you run to the church window, screaming in rage, and then you stop. Kind of hesitate and look around. and then make your way back to the mundane inn, not quite sure what you were doing. And then we'll bring you back to now.
Cool. Okay.
Not only the memories I just gave you, but every memory you ever had of Fulma returns, flooding into you. How you were born first than him. I mean, you don't remember the birth, but how you would always joke about that growing up. How Father used to take you both out at night as he would sing to you under the stars. You remember the first time Fulma decided that he wanted to be a healer. It was a day that you broke one of your legs, probably doing something stupid. And he worried so much, was so frantic. It was one of those silly things. When you look back on it, you were fine, but he thought that it was the end of the world. And after that day, you were only 12. He decided that he was going to be a cleric and kept true to his word. You remember when he was made an Order of the Lady Saloon, a cleric. He was so proud that day, and you were proud of him. You remember that he always had reservations about Ty. You never really understood why. It was one of those things that, as much as you understood your brother, you just never got that part of it. You remember him taking the journey with you both, watching that elf simulacrum die or not die. You remember everything. You also remember, oddly, strangely, every time you tried to tell yourself, as if a part of you still always remembered and reached out however it could, making you scratch things into wood, or cut your own finger and leave a message. You remember vividly. All of this you remember in the blink of an eye.
Alrighty. As she comes back from this wash of memories, Dolma is just shaking, and her eyes are just starting to prick with tears, and she clenches her fists and takes a breath and looks over at the cleric, whose name I can't remember.
Adela.
And she says, "Thank you."
I'm sorry, Arabella.
Arabella.
I should look at my actual sheet right in front of me.
Fucking check the notes, man. And she looks over at the Blackstaff and says, "I saw it. It fucking grabbed him right in front of me." And then she pauses and it clicks. It came out of the Temple of Saloon.
You mean the shrine?
She nods.
Kai.
Kai would kind of be waiting patiently, but after Dolma says that she saw it, Kai would kind of tilt her head up and say, "May I see?"
She frowns a little bit, but nods.
All right. Just picture it in your head.
She pictures the face coming out of the church window, dragging her brother in.
Kai will then try to reach towards Dolma's head and mimic plucking a hair from her. And I don't know if she needs to do a wisdom saving throw or anything.
She would
Not
willingly.
unless she tries to resist, yeah.
Yeah, she would willingly fail. So.
Okay.
And you pluck it out and watch it for yourself.
Kai will frown a bit and look at Dolma, and with a voice that's so soft it's barely a whisper, she'll kind of more or less mouth the words, "I'm so sorry." And then she kind of slowly bows her head and then holds the strand to the black staff. She's still there, right?
Yeah, she is.
Okay.
I fucking hope she would be.
Yeah, she'll look at it and she'll say, "I've heard of this ability, although I've never seen it or experienced it. Interesting." And she holds it, and then she experiences the same memory. And then she looks, her eyes widen, she looks at Dolma. "I am sorry. But rest assured, we will find this thing, and we will kill it."
Is that enough evidence to clear out the area?
How long can you maintain that thread?
I think it's like 8 hours, but I gotta check my. No, maybe it's an hour. Hang on. No, it's 8 hours. I can hold it for. I can hold it for 8 hours. Sorry, I had to.
Let me
just
check my
consult
notes.
Let me just check my notes here, as Criana says in character, but doesn't really mean it in character.
She nods. Can you give it to me?
I
Which,
believe.
yes, you can.
Yeah, she was gonna say I believe so, though I've never actually given away. But
And so I believe it'll still take your concentration, but it doesn't matter if you give it to someone else and if you
Right.
get separated from it.
right, yeah.
She nods. She goes, "Then yes, this is enough. I think. We'll see. In the meantime, she looks back to Ty. We should also, if you don't mind, every piece of evidence we have, the better."
You're muted, Kens.
I was also distracted and didn't realize you were talking. Sorry.
But so I'll just say I'm going to end the session. We'll take care of that next week. I just wanted to let you know I hadn't forgotten that Ty is right there. And he has a stone block as well.
Who needs memories?
I sure was giggling the entire time.
In the corners of my mind. All right.
Kind of messed up.
So
Mines don't have corners.
we'll go ahead and end the
Yours
session
don't.
on that very, very cheerful, lighthearted note, just like the rest of the night's been.
Yeah. See you guys next week.
Maybe we can still save him.
Who can say?
That was like 2 days ago.
Yeah, he's still good.
He's okay.
Looks at body. He's
He's gotta
still
like dust
good.
him off a bit.
Slap a band-aid on that bad
Fresh
boy.
meat.
Oh.
No, seriously, it was only like 2 or 3 days ago.
Oh, I thought you
Yeah.
said weeks ago. But
No.
you're right. It has
This
been
is-
only like 2 or 3.
This is
My memory is bad.
This is D&D. There are always ways. You might have to find bits of him.
God,
and
okay.
I'm
All right.
sorry, but in order to do like a resurrection spell, you need a part of them. And you would also need the money to do it. They are very expensive. But this is D&D. Anything's possible.
Cool.
Did you just say necromancers are expensive?
Not necromancers, restoration spells.
She is not raising her brother as a fucking zombie. Sorry.
Look, I'm just saying I got some connections.
It's like
Gotta
what?
dust
Doma.
off those brother pieces and boy hides, free some of that boy. Get him
Wait.
standing.
That sounds like the false hydra. Get him!
Yeah, the false hydra.
Doma, all I'm saying is we need a part of his body. We need like 5,000 gold.
Okay, we'll
or-
bring a bucket. Jesus. Oh God.
Or third level raised dead spell.
No, it's fine. She'll just go to her mom and be like, "Hey, Mom, Dad, brother's dead. I remember him. So we can bring him back."
Hey, Dad, what about this noble shit? You got some connections?
Hey,
So,
Dad, I
everyone
just
I feel
need
like
a
Elora's
small.
gonna murder me.
I need a small loan of 5,000 gold.
Oh my
Please
god.
and thank you. Mwah.
Hey,
I
I know
think-
you're in prison, but
I think it's brave of you to assume that your dad or mom have any money.
She can sell her ship.
Your dad is famous for gambling his money away.
She can
Your
sell her
mom-
ship.
Yeah, I was gonna say your mom has not been in business lately.
And has found a new dad apparently. Who?
Apparently.
You might
no,
have a
absolutely the fuck not.
wait,
Alright,
let's see if
anyways.
this actor dude has money, and then we'll be like,
Oh
he
my
doesn't.
god.
He
Just kick him
doesn't.
while he's down. Oh my god.
No. He has to because he was the main actor of like a fancy opera
That doesn't
house.
mean
You know-
anything.
You know what really
Oh,
impresses
shit.
girls? Resurrection spells.
I
Yeah.
mean,
For their
Yeah.
sons.
Yeah, I was gonna say that'll impress him. Raise my son from the dead, please.
So can we end the stream here?
Yeah, let's go. I'm really upset now.
I am too.
Good night,
Thank you guys
everybody.
for watching. Bye.
Oh man.
Bye.